Jamie and Kelly Capel. Chase played 4 years of football and baseball during his Baldwin High School career. His favorite part of BHS is the student body supports everyone on and off the field. After graduation, Tristan plans to become an electrical lineman for Capital Electric. Tristan would like to give a special thank you to his family, friends, and coaches that helped him grow into the person that he is today. Our next senior is Cody Buck, son of Jeffrey and Michelle Buck. Cody's played football for 3 years at BHS. He's also been a member of the BHS baseball team. Cody says that the best part of Baldwin High is a non-stop support from staff and administration who always hold him accountable for his actions. After graduation, Cody would like to continue his football career but is not decided on his school. Cody would like to give a special thank you to Coach Lisher for always believing in him and giving him so many opportunities to shine. Our next senior is Jack Harvey, son of Philip and Kim Harvey. Jack is a 4-year member of the BHS football team. He's also wrestled for 4 years. During his junior year, Jack was a 4A state wrestling champion, 191 pounds. Jack says that the best part of Baldwin High School is the community that athletics in Baldwin is built around, as well as a constant support coming from the entire town. After graduation, Jack plans to continue his football career at an undecided school. Jack would like to give a special thank you to his coaches and teammates for always pushing to be the best person and player that he can be. Our final football senior is Dylan Williams, son of Brian and Courtney Williams. Dylan has played football for all 4 years of his Baldwin High School career. During his time at BHS, Dylan has also wrestled and played tennis in addition to being in the choir. Dylan's favorite memories at BHS all revolve around the fun he has had while competing in athletics, representing the school and the community. After graduation, Dylan plans to attend Bake University, but is undecided on the major. Dylan would like to give a special thank you to his parents and all of his coaches for always believing in him. And for our 4 football seniors. At this time, I'd like to let our football seniors go back to the locker room and get ready for the game. We also have 1 cheer senior recognized, Michaela Brown. Other Chelsea Campbell Brown and Amanda King. Michaela's participated in cheerleading all 4 years of her BHS career. She's also been involved in the art club, the speed club, and the spring club. Michaela's favorite part of Baldwin High School is being able to have a close connection with everyone. After graduation, Michaela plans to study to become a sonographer. Michaela would like to give a special thank you to her family and friends for always being there to help her out, and her coaches for pushing her to be the best person that she can be. Finally, she'd like to thank Coach Patty Lenning for being like a second mother to her. Put a hand for our cheer senior, Michaela Brown. Our next senior is dance senior Avery Bergen, daughter of Mark and Kim Bergen. Avery's been a 3-year member of the dance team. She's also participated in the volleyball and track teams in addition to being involved in FCA, Stand Up to Cancer, FCCLA, FBLA, Student Council, National Honor Society, and Unified Bowling. According to Avery, the best part about BHS is the leadership opportunities it has provided for her. BHS has allowed her to make so many friends and memories while participating in clubs and athletics. For most of her part of BHS, being greeted by Mrs. Hefner every morning when coming into the building. Next year, Avery plans to attend South Dakota State University, where she will compete on the equestrian team. Avery would like to thank her parents for giving her endless opportunities and supporting her through all of her activities. She'd also like to thank her sister Sydney for allowing her to have someone to always look up to and for being a great role model. Next senior is dance and cross-country senior Harper Schoendaler, daughter of Clayton and Haley Schoendaler. Harper has run cross-country for 2 years and has been on the dance team for 4 years. She's also participated in wrestling, track, volleyball, environmental club, Stuco, Stand Up to Cancer, Speak, NHS, Mardi Gras, Film Society, and the Art Club. The best part of BHS is the support from everyone and the family-like environment. After graduation, Harper would like to continue her athletic career by dancing and/or throwing javelin while majoring in forensic science with a minor in ceramic art. Harper would like to thank her parents for pushing her out of her comfort zone and for supporting her no matter what new task she decides to take on. And for our dance seniors, Avery Bergen and Harper Schoendahl. Our next cross-country senior is Lily Breckheisen, daughter of Chad and Holly Breckheisen. Lily has run cross-country all 4 years of her BHS career. She's also Participated in Stand Up to Cancer, Mardi Gras Diversity Day, Speed Club, Film Society, Environmental Club, FCA, Powerlifting, Unified Bowling, Fall Musical, Acapella, Choir, FCCLA, FBLA, Stuco, Track and Field, Music Basketball Manager. Favorite part of VHS is the friends that have become family and being able to have college knowledge. After graduation, Lori plans to attend Park University, where she'll be on the track and cross country teams while majoring in health sciences. She'd like to say thank you to her parents, Mike and Angie Spillman, Coach Hackler, Ireland, Sammy, and everyone else that has given her unconditional support. Our next cross country senior is Claire Johnson, daughter of Brandon and Christina Johnson. Claire's been cross country for 3 years, while at VHS has also been in soccer, basketball, Stand Up to Cancer, FCA, Environmental Club, Film Society, and the Fall Musical, NHS, or traveled to Costa Rica on the Spanish trip this spring. Claire says the best part of VHS is sharing memories with everyone in her class and being involved in so many activities. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of Arkansas and study nursing and healthcare business. Claire would like to thank Coach Skillen for always being a positive influence and for always having a smile on his face. She'd also like to thank her parents for always motivating and supporting her. Next cross-country senior is Bailey Smith, daughter of Tess Smith and Kelly Becker Smith. Bailey's run cross-country for all 4 years of her high school career. While at VHS, she's also been in the Fall Musical, basketball, soccer, track, Environmental Club, FBLA, Film Society, Stand Up to Cancer, Speed Club, FCA, Acapella, Choir, Mardi Gras Club, and has been a student body president. Bailey says the best part of VHS is the culture and people. It is an honor to be a part of the Baldwin built legacy. After graduation, Bailey will attend Black Hills State where she'll play soccer and study biology. She also plans to audition for the choir program. Bailey would like to thank her sister Riley for being her biggest supporter and best friend and for being there for her even while away at college. Our next cross-country senior is Cade Long, son of Britton and Elizabeth Long. Cade has run cross-country for the past 2 years. He's also been in track and field, tennis, art club, environmental club, film society, Mardi Gras Diversity Day, Stand Up to Cancer, Unified Bowling, choir, acapella, was a wrestling manager, and has been a stage manager for the Fall Musical. Cade really enjoys how close the school community is and how much everyone is involved with the school. After graduation, Cade plans to study film and business at an undecided school. I'd like to say thank you to Mike and Angie Spillman for all the memories that they have helped him make. This cross-country senior is Dylan Patterson, son of Ryan and Michelle Patterson. Dylan has run cross-country for 2 years in addition to playing on the soccer team during his Baldwin High School career. Dylan's favorite part of VHS is support from the student body and movement to show up and cheer on the VHS athletic teams. After graduation, Dylan plans to attend college, but is not decided on the school. Dylan would like to give a special thank you to his coaches and friends for always supporting him and pushing him to be the best that he can be. Our next senior is Ian River, son of Chris and Laura River. Ian has run cross country for 2 years. He has been also involved in soccer, basketball, golf, and track. Ian's favorite part of VHS is a supportive environment where everyone supports each other. After graduation, Ian plans to attend the University of Colorado, study business and computer science. He would like to give a special thank you to his parents, coaches, and teammates for helping him create memories that he will cherish forever. Our final senior is Talon Torres, son of Travis and Heather Torres. Talon has run cross country for 4 years at Baldwin High School. He's also been in basketball, baseball, track, tennis, golf, choir, and the Fall Musical. His favorite part of VHS is moving here during his freshman year to be able to fit in as well as he did. After graduation, Talon would like to continue his basketball career at an undecided school. I'd like to thank Coach Skillen for 4 great years of coaching and his parents for everything they have done for him. Seniors, we should thank you for everything you've done for your athletic teams, Baldwin High School, and the Baldwin City community. Thank you again, and good luck as you pursue your future endeavors. Let's give these seniors and their parents one final round of applause. You are Baldwin built.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner broker Steve Pittman, associate broker Kim Bergen, realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
The following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for live coverage of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live is also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Hers Incorporated, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hometown Construction, Free State Realty, Absolute Painting, Gherkin Rental, Watco, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Maley & Sons Construction, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, The Maple Weekly, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to a cold and windy Liston Stadium tonight in Baldwin City, Kansas. It's senior night tonight as Baldwin will honor their 4 seniors on the team, as well as welcome in the visiting Bishop Ward Cyclones for the last home game of the regular season. Hi, everyone. I'm Ryan Hilmer alongside Bryce Kessler and Aiden Espino. We welcome you into the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. The Bulldogs are 2-4, 1-1 in the district, and have won 2 straight games now. Be looking to make it 3 straight tonight against the visiting 1-5 Bishop Ward Cyclones, who are 0-2 in district play coming in. Baldwin, they beat Osawatomie last week on homecoming 55-0 for their biggest shutout victory since 2016 when they beat these Bishop Ward Cyclones 60-0. Tonight, though, they will have to do it without their star starting quarterback, Jack Harvey, as it'll be the freshman Bryce Alford getting the start tonight. Just underway here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Next up, take a look at the district standings a little bit and get you started with some starting lineups and some keys to the game tonight. Don't go anywhere. It's all coming up next on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
HERS Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, HERS is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144. For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back. The pregame show is brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business, money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For 131 years, they've helped serve our community, so go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. Time now for the opening kickoff. Opening kickoff brought to you by the Baldwin City Recreation Commission. BCRC invites you to join them for an adults-only event highlighting some of the region's finest beverage offerings on Saturday, October 28th from 2 to 5 p.m. in Sullivan Square. Along with your sampling glass, enjoy live music and food truck offerings. Tickets are only available while they last, so don't wait. Purchase tickets now at baldwinrec.org. Baldwin won the toss and deferred, so they kick it away here to Bishop Ward. Return man looking to find some room here, and he does. Gets it out across the 25-yard line. Kickoff took him all the way back to about the 2-yard line before he picked it up.
That was a nice nifty return there by Zanero Jones. Took up what looked like was going to be some tough starting field position the way that ball was mishandled back near the goal line, but they'll start on their own 28 here, and we take a look at some of our keys to the game coming up here in this ball game tonight. You mentioned it, Ryan. Jack Harvey, the starting quarterback for the Bulldogs, out tonight with injury, so that means in steps the freshman Bryce Alford to start this game. So key number one, get Alford comfortable. Easy running plays maybe in this game, some easy one-read throws. Get him comfortable in this game, and then special teams. They've been really good, Baldwin, lately. With the special teams unit, they've forced some turnovers on the special teams. They've had a punt return for a touchdown, or a kick return for a touchdown, near punt return for a touchdown as well over the last couple of weeks. So they can do those couple of things. Good chance to pick up a third straight victory tonight.
Quickly try and put up the starting lineups here if I can find their offense. There you go. Had a bit of a abrupt pregame show for you. We showed a lot of the senior night festivities. Baldwin with 4 football seniors this year. Of course, their senior leader, quarterback Jack Harvey, we mentioned, not playing tonight. And there's going to be a sack. Actually, he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Who was that? Jake Van Horn that wrapped him up and brought the quarterback down.
Yeah, it turns out, like you said, I think he got it back to the line scrimmage, maybe just a half-yard past it. So great play, though, by Van Horn. You know, he and Brett Davidson have been the two bookends of that defensive line, the 3-4 scheme that the Bulldogs run. They're missing their stud outside linebacker, who's, again, that quarterback, Jack Harvey, who's been so good at supplying that pressure off the edge. So look for Davidson and Van Horn to be key in containing Millerin tonight in his dual threat abilities.
Hayden Millerin, the junior quarterback, looking to throw this time. He's going to look down the left sideline. Have a man, going to be complete to Ezekiel Hernandez, the 5'10 senior.
Yeah, tough break right there. Casey Hamrick was in position, just lost his footing there at the end of that play to allow them to convert that 3rd down and 10. They pick up 17 yards on a play that really Millerin was just having to throw that one up for grabs. He was under some big pressure in the backfield, and unfortunately Hamrick just lost his footing, got twisted up a little bit. So a break there for Bishop Ward. See if they can take advantage, or if Baldwin can crack back down here. They did a great job containing those first 2 runs.
Cyclones bring a pretty balanced attack offensively. 150 passes, about 150 runs on the year, so about 50-50. Here coming near side, Stephen Mills. gets shoved out of bounds, not before gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards.
Penalty flag right in the middle of the field thrown by the umpire. Typically that's thrown in the place of a hold, but we'll see. They'll run 2 backs at Baldwin tonight. You saw there is Stephen Mills, Javion Braden, who's their leading rusher on the year. He's going to get plenty of opportunities in this game as well. And I mentioned Millerin will also use his legs. So Baldwin's certainly going to have to stop the run, but this is a team that likes to take the top off as well. And keep your eyes tonight when they do throw the ball deep on number 12, Jayshon Holiday. He is a big deep threat receiver. He's had 21 catches this year. 7 of those 21, Ryan, have gone for touchdowns.
Yep.
So when they get him the ball, a big play seems to be in the works. So that is the guy to watch in the passing game tonight.
It's like a block in the back, I think is what was called. So it's going to back up the Bishop Board offense, make it first down and long, 1st and 19.
And Holiday's that guy in motion right here, lining up out of the slot.
Millerin going to look Holiday's way. Going to grab it in the backfield, look for some running room out there, but pretty nice work on the edge that time as the Bulldogs will rally. Only a gain of a couple.
And even in that, though, I mean, you can see they still technically didn't even get Holiday down on the ground. He was able to make several guys miss. Baldwin, though, rallying to the football to keep that to just a minimal gain. But he is a dangerous threat in the open field. And, you know, both these teams kind of enjoy the big play, the use of the big play on offense to spring things. So whoever's defense can avoid giving up those big chunk plays is going to be in a much better position tonight.
Millerin going to fake this one, look to throw right side from the near sideline. That's incomplete. Pretty good coverage that time from Cody Buck.
Yeah, Buck and Capel both over there in good coverage. And again, they had good coverage on that first pass too. They went for a 17-yard completion. Hamrick just lost his footing. So far, so good in that Bulldogs secondary. They really haven't been tested a ton this year. You know, you think about most of the opponents the Bulldogs have faced this year, Ryan, they've been run-heavy opponents for the most part. So tonight, this might be one of the more tested games that the secondary is going to have to face.
Baldwin's lost 2 straight meetings to Bishop Ward after winning the first 2. They've only played 4 times, really, in their long history each program. That's complete that time to Cam Yarborough. Going to be out getting a first down for Bishop Ward, a 3rd down conversion that time. Actually, that's the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So they're about 10 yards short on that, and a good job. Landry Quick came off the edge. He was the one who applied the pressure, forcing that ball out of Millerin's hands. That's what you want to do on a 3rd and 17 like that. Bring pressure so they don't even have a chance to get those receivers deep enough down the field. Just trust that even if they complete it, you can make the tackle, because there's just no way at that amount of time that a receiver can get 17 yards down the field. Well done by the Bulldog defense.
Looking like punt formation. Keelan Overton's going to be the punter and gets away a pretty good boot. Baldwin's going to muff this thing. Got to get on it. They do get on it.
Hamrick.
Casey Hamrick on the recovery.
And thankfully so. Again, our keys to the game in this one, we kind of had to briefly run through them, but special teams, that has been a special part of what this team has been able to do during these last couple of wins. And right there, it nearly was the opposite of a special teams play, but luckily Hamrick able to cover that one up. And now here's Bryce Alford, freshman, getting his first start. He has played a little bit this year, Ryan, so it's not his first playing time, but his first start. And let's see if they can just make him comfortable early on in this game. Use the running backs. You have both Creighton Frost and Cody Buck you can get the ball to. If you do opt to throw, give him a comfortable throw.
First time they'll hand it off to Cody Buck. It's kind of the lightning to Creighton Frost's thunder, and he's going to have a nice gain on first down out to about the 40-yard line. Going to be close to a first down.
It looks like they're going to mark him just shy, but expect a lot of that between Buck and Frost in this game. And again, it's, I don't want to say to protect your young quarterback, because the limited reps we have seen from him this year, he's plenty capable of throwing the ball. But you want to allow him to, I mean, I'm sure that heartbeat is just racing right now for Alford, so you want to let him get settled into this game before you ask him to do too much and just feel like, okay, it's just another football game.
Yeah, Alford came in late against that game against Osawatomie, threw a 30-yard touchdown pass, and here he's throwing near sideline. He's got Tristan Capel, who caught that touchdown pass last week, and he's got a completion out across midfield to the Bishop Ward 40-yard line.
So how about that? They don't waste any time going ahead and saying, let's put it in the young man's hands to make a big throw and put it right on the money. And that is something we have, proclaimed multiple times, Ryan, that Alford throws a really good ball. There's no question about that. And what's going to come down to is, can he read the defenses fast enough and those kind of things? No problem there on that first throw.
This time we'll hand it off to Cody Buck once again. He's got a nice hole and almost bounced it out near side. He's going to have enough for another Baldwin first down. It was a very important tackle that time from Cam Yarborough.
After a little bit of a delay, they are going to go ahead and move the chains because I was with you, Ryan. Looked like he was certainly far enough for a first down. So 2 carries, 2 big chunk plays already for Cody Buck.
Buck had a nice game against Osawatomie, 8 carries, 48 yards, and a touchdown. 2 games in a row, Buck's had a touchdown on the ground. Here he is again, bouncing it out near sideline, breaking tackles out into the red zone. Baldwin putting together a nice drive here after forcing Bishop Ward to punt on their first offensive possession.
Just ripping off chunks right now. Another 11 there.
Here comes Creighton Frost into the ball game.
And it's kind of a flip-flop. It's been Frost who has been that starting guy, and Buck has come in to spell him. And they've gone the opposite here tonight, but you have 2 plenty capable running backs in that backfield. 2 very different styles, but tonight use them both.
Go shotgun. Here's Creighton Frost. His first carry runs into a lot of guys in the middle of that line of scrimmage. Gets maybe back out to the line. It'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. Frost 13 carries, 61 yards last week.
Now, Alford doesn't probably, at this point in his career, bring the same running threat to this offense that Jack Harvey does. As you've seen what Harvey's done the last several weeks, he's been over 100 now in 4 straight games, over 200 in 2 of those games. I mean, he has been just a huge factor on the ground. Alford maybe not as much, but he still has the ability to sneak one in there every once in a while.
Ooh, there he faked the handoff, tried to hit a quick slant pass to Tristan Capel. It was a little off target that time. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
First 3rd down attempts coming up here for Baldwin, converting about 28% this year. They have been better over the last couple of weeks. They put themselves in better down and distance situations on their 3rd down. This one's certainly not an easy one. 3rd down, and they have it as 9, but I would call this closer to 10 for the Bulldogs here.
3rd down and long in the red zone. See where Baldwin goes here if they can get about half of it back. That's a snap through the hands of Alford. He's going to try to jump on it. I think it's still loose. See what the officials rule here.
Still no sign. Now it looks like they're saying Bishop Ward.
Yep. So that's going to be a turnover on the shotgun snap that time. Might have been just a little bit to the right of Alford, but went through the hands of the freshman, and Bishop Ward's going to take over here on their own 29-yard line.
Tough end to what was a very promising opening drive of this game for Baldwin, but it's a long game. There's going to be ups and downs throughout this game. They can't let that get them down here. They played well in their opening defensive possession. Now that defense just needs to get the ball right back. Let the offense continue to go back to work.
It's going to be Landry Quick. That's the linebacker replacing Jack Harvey. A run option his way. Ooh, and a big hit that time. Coming in was Brendan O'Connor laying the wood. Stops Miller in on the option. Maybe got back to line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you're right. He definitely laid the hit, but I'd like to see O'Connor go ahead and wrap him up there instead of just throwing the shoulder into him. They're fortunate they still make that tackle, but Miller actually kind of bounced off of that initial hit by O'Connor. There was just some help there to go ahead and finish that.
Creighton Frost going to be the other outside linebacker on the far side. Bishop Ward will go bunch trips here near side. Milleren's going to fake the handoff. Look, maybe like a broken play. He's looking downfield. Ezekiel Hernandez found himself open.
Yeah, there's going to be an illegal man downfield, though, here. 51 was up the field there. I believe that was a running play. And it ended up with Diego Luna Reyes, the right tackle out here. He ended up working his way down the field. And as you mentioned it, Ryan, it was a bit of a broken play. The quarterback either turned the wrong way or the running back went the wrong way. So that mesh was all screwed up. And and Millerin trying to make something out of nothing there. You can't fault him for seeing a guy open down the field, but with the lineman expecting a running play, they weren't able to stay within that area of the line of scrimmage, and Luna Reyes got a little too far down the field.
It's going to back him up, keep it at second down and about 14. Baldwin really brought their defensive averages down after the game last week. Only allowed 84 yards, 30 rushing yards, 54 passing yards. Millerin this time going to look to pass over the middle. He's got a man. Be dragged down across the 45-yard line. Once again, that's Ezekiel Hernandez. Move the chains for the Cyclones.
Yeah, there wasn't much room to fit that ball in there. That was a good ball by Millerin to pick up the 28 yards there to Hernandez. And again, Baldwin is going to be tested in the secondary. They're going to have to be able to make some tackles. You're going to give up some completions to this team, but if you can make the tackles, force them to string multiple completions together, you have a chance to still make the stop.
Bishop Ward, a team averaging just under 20 points a game. Giving up 32 on the defensive end. We'll have a officials timeout here. We'll see what's going on.
Now flag was thrown by the near line judge for a false start.
Got it. So another penalty on Bishop Ward. It's already 3 of them.
Well, they've been a couple of costly ones too. I mean, the legal man downfield, that one I kind of give a break to that because that's not necessarily the lineman's fault when it's a running play that is a broken play. You can't fault him for getting downfield. The false start obviously is, and then that other one, the block at the back, that took away a big chunk play that they had that ended up not being able to overcome, ended up having to punt after that.
This time they'll hand it off to their senior running back, Javion Braden. Going to get it out about to the original line of scrimmage. They're up second down and 10.
O'Connor on the stop there again for Baldwin. Looked like he was in a hockey fight almost there. He had pulled the jersey up. Like he was going to pull the hockey sweater over the top of the helmet of Braden.
Braden, as Bryce mentioned, their leading rusher, 294 yards, 3 touchdowns coming in.
And a big guy. I mean, 6'3", 235.
Millerin going to look to pass once again. He's getting forced out right side. Flags being thrown, possible holding. He's going to try to cut it up and be brought down by Brendan O'Connor. We'll check the flag.
And it is a hold against Bishop Ward, Ryan. So there's another costly penalty. It's going to take what would have been about a 3rd and 4 and turn this into a 2nd and 20.
Yeah, really shooting themselves in the foot here in the first quarter, playing behind the chains. Baldwin will take it, though. He's going to back him way up.
And you got to use it, too, if you're Baldwin. You know, they've had some opportunities now to take advantage of this. Baldwin turned it over on a promising opening drive. They get this ball back. The momentum could still be on the Bulldogs' side despite the early turnover.
Spread it out, 4 wide receivers running back behind Millerin. He had to fumble the snap a little bit. Now gets it off. And up the far sideline out to around midfield, and a big chunk gain. Another flag being thrown here on the near side.
And this looked to be a late penalty that was thrown by this near line judge, so I'm interested to see what the call is. It didn't seem to be anything related to the play at all. In fact, they're going to wave it off, so I wonder if, I don't know how the flag accidentally comes out and then ends up that far onto the field, but it was just interesting because, like I said, it happened so far, it was so late, and it was just completely away from the play. But back to that play on that screen pass, that's one thing that has given the Bulldogs a little bit of fits here, our screen plays. They love to get up the field so fast, their defensive line, and get those pressures that they can get burnt on a screen. So we saw one there. Look for that potentially in a long yardage situation later on in this game again.
Once again, split out 4 wide receivers and spread out the defense from the pistol formation. Millerin's going to throw here to Jay-Sean Holiday, trying to make a move out past the 35-yard line in Baldwin territory.
That last little move, sorry Ryan, but that last little move I think is going to get him the first down.
It's going to be close.
He needed the 42. That's where they have it marked.
They're putting 4th down on the marker, so maybe 4th and inches. Nope, now they're going to wave them for a first down.
Yeah, I was going to say, initially, I saw that too, Ryan, but then where the umpire spotted the ball on the other side of the 42,
right,
that was going to be good enough. That 8 yards converts it. So they overcome what's been 3 penalties already on this drive. And again, Holiday showing his elusiveness after he catches the football.
It's been a 5-play, 54-yard drive thus far. A short game this time, maybe a yard. That's where Baldwin's been most stout, is right up the middle this year defensively. It's been around the edges sometimes where they've given up the chunk plays.
And they've got a couple of guys protecting the edges now that weren't starters in those positions to start the season, but they have come into those roles due to injuries on the Bulldog defensive side.
Now a diamond backfield around Miller, and he's going to fake the handoff, look to throw left side. And he just a little bit out in front of his intended target. I believe that was Keelan Overton. To bring up another 3rd down and long. 3rd and 9. They are 2 of 4 so far on 3rd downs. Their average distance to go has been 11 yards. They've shooting themselves in the foot in the early 2 downs.
And this will be a big one, because if they can gain, half of this, they're probably tempted to go for it. If you can keep them where they're at or drive them back, they'll likely punt it back to you.
Miller going to look quick out left side. Hernandez going to look for some blocks out there. He will be stopped just a couple yards shy of the marker. See, I believe is Casey Hamrick in on the stop that time. I believe 4th and 2, 4th and 3 maybe coming up.
And I'm guessing that means they're going to go for it now. They get 7 of the 9 they needed, so certainly now from the 34-yard line, very little to gain by punting. So kind of what they were looking for with that play call. If they can break it and get it all, great. If not, you give yourself a good chance at a 4th down conversion. Big play right here. Bulldog defense needs a momentum stop.
Bishop Ward coming off a loss to Santa Fe Trail last week. Miller going to look throw deep down the right sideline, and it's going to be too far for his intended target of Denaro Jones. Another nice coverage that time, so turnover on downs.
And I think they did Baldwin a favor, really, Ryan, by the play call of taking a deep shot there on a 4th down and 2. And I realize they haven't run the ball all that great against Baldwin, but what they have been able to do are those quick little extensions of the running game, swings to the running backs, the screen stuff, and to take a deep shot was an interesting decision there on a 4th down and 2, and luckily Baldwin was in position to defend it, get it back, see if the offense can get rolling again.
So a punt and a turnover on downs. First 2 possessions for Bishop Ward gives Baldwin the ball back here, 34-yard line. Alford's going to look out quick. Ethan Williams on the reception. He's going to be swallowed up by a host of Cyclones. Not much there.
Maybe a yard there on that completion to Williams, but they haven't been afraid to let Alford throw the ball early on in this game. So they trust the young man. We heard from Coach Lisher beforehand that they had trust in him, and they're showing that wasn't just blowing smoke. They do.
He's going to look to throw once again, get pressured immediately, and here he's going to try to take off with his leg, slides down before taking some big contact. Gets a decent gain, cuts this thing in half. Maybe a couple yards on it.
And so that's really, that's what they need from him as far as the ground game. You're not going to get the 200 yards rushing like you may from Jack Harvey, but can he just escape the pocket, pick up a few yards? He wisely goes ahead and gets down, and now put it back in that right arm, see if he can make a play here on a 3rd down and 7.
Got trips near side. Alford's going to drop back, look to throw. Left side, his arm got hit as he threw. They're going to rule that one incomplete. Got pressured from that around the right side of that offensive line once again. Tried to step up in the pocket a little bit, but his arm got hit. It brings up a 4th down in the punt unit.
It wasn't too bad of protection, really. They had some time there to throw and just ran out of it eventually. You can only hold him off for so long, but good pocket awareness. I like the fact that he didn't have his eyes on the pass rush there. He kept his eyes downfield, and almost got that throw off in time, and I'm not sure why they moved this football back 2 yards now.
Well, I think it was – well, you're right.
Because they've got the line of scrimmage posted as the 37. They've snapped it for the 35, but I don't think it's really going to be that big of a deal.
Tucker Flory's going to be the punter with Jack Harvey out. I'm not sure why Bishop Ward's is even hanging around that football, but either way, it ends up bouncing out of bounds right around the 50-yard line, maybe just on the Cyclones side of the field. 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Still no score. Bishop Ward took the opening kickoff, and Baldwin forced a punt, and then Baldwin drove the ball down the field, a 7-play, 39-yard drive, ended up giving it away on a fumbled shotgun snap. Then a turnover on downs, and then a punt you just saw from Baldwin. That's our drive summary so far. Your Cyclones will start their third possession with their main running back, Keelan Overton. Actually, that was not Javion Braden. It was Keelan Overton. He's got 20 carries coming into play, 186 yards. That makes him the second leading rusher on the team, and a touchdown.
Just shy of that first. No, now they are going to move it. Okay.
Got some early confusion on the chain gang.
Yeah, we had a couple of situations there, but it's cold. Everybody's just
right.
It's the coldest night of the year so far for the football game nights.
Milleran's going to keep this one and get swallowed up in the backfield. Creighton Frost was there to force him back inside, and Jake Van Horn helped him finish off the deal.
Second time we've seen Van Horn in the backfield there, and you're right, Frost is the one who initially forced him to turn that ball back in. Miller was getting a little loose with the football there too, and you know, Baldwin, as much as they are able to rally the football, we see him do that often. Miller is going to want to make sure he keeps that thing tucked.
End of the first quarter, still no score in this one on senior night. It's visiting Cyclones nothing and Baldwin Bulldogs nothing. We'll be right back with more Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Welcome back here to Liston Stadium. Start of the second quarter as Bishop Ward has the football at the Baldwin 45-yard line. Be second down and 15. Another pistol formation here as Milleran's going to look to pass. Going to look down right side for Jay-Sean Holiday. He's got it on a corner route. He breaks a tackle and is inside the 10-yard line before being drugged down. It's a touchdown saving tackle that time, like Tristan Capel.
We'll see how big of a stop that ends up being here. If they can make a stop on this now goal-to-go situation, we'll come back to that and look how big that play might have been. But you love the effort nonetheless, even if they aren't able to come away with the stop here. Great effort there after the 38-yard completion to Holiday.
So first down and goal for Bishop Ward. From the 7, they'll try to hand it off, and a big hit initially there as he tried to get through the line of scrimmage. That's Brendan O'Connor once again. He's been laying the thunder so far in this game.
Yeah, several big hits from O'Connor, but that time, unlike that one previously, this time he wrapped him up. And so I love to see that because there weren't really any guys there to help him out that time. Had he not wrapped him up, might have bounced off that one, but a good job by O'Connor, who's definitely playing downhill football out of that middle linebacker spot tonight.
Got Overton behind Millerin in the pistol. A trip set. Far side. It's another bad snap right around where Baldwin's was. Millerin's going to try to look towards the end zone. He's got a man for a Cyclone touchdown. That's Jay Sean Holiday. That was a broken play, but a nice job by the junior quarterback, Aiden Millerin, to stay calm, pick up that football, and find a man in the end zone.
And tough there because when that ball hits the turf like that, everybody, their attention goes to that football, right? They lose conscious of where their responsibilities are defensively, and so the Baldwin secondary just kind of got caught watching what was happening in the backfield when that ball was bouncing around the turf. And Miller, in very composed play, not only pick the ball up, pointed to Holiday, say, hey, take off into that corner, and he did. Big play there for Bishop Ward.
The Cyclones strike first, and it'll be Ezekiel Hernandez to attempt the extra point. Is up and wide left, so 6-0. Bishop Ward leads this thing. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Welcome back. Bishop Ward on the scoreboard first. 6-0. They lead it here as they kick it away. Be Baldwin taking this from about the 5-yard line. And a fumble. It's like Bishop Ward's going to jump on that thing. It was Cody Buck on the return. He got hit pretty hard. Fumbled the football. Cyclones going to take over. It's 2 turnovers now for the Bulldogs. That one's going to hurt.
An area of the game that they've had success in. Again, we talked about it, special teams has not been the case tonight. That is putting this defense in a tough spot. Just we're on the field, gave it a touchdown, and sudden change. Got to go right back out there and defend again. And let's see if Bishop Ward takes a shot here. Holiday going to be in the slot right. He's been their big play guy. This would be a great time to take a shot to the end zone if they trust Millerin.
Just coming off a 5-play, 51-yard touchdown drive, and they got it again here in the red zone. Millerin takes off. He's going to get a couple of yards before being dragged down that time. I think that was Hank Beard on the stop.
So they were looking for that. They were going to try and take that shot if it was there, but Millerin wisely didn't force it. That's going to be the other thing. That's, again, why I say if you trust your quarterback in that spot, because the last thing you want to do is give it right back by making a bad decision on that fumble. So trusted your quarterback there. If the shot is there, if we like what we see, let's take it. Otherwise, let's not hurt ourselves. We're in a good spot right now.
Millerin will fake this one. Look out right side. Be an incomplete pass. Looking for his intended target, Cam Yarbrough, I should say.
Another good job of getting the pressure by Landry Quick. But again, that has sometimes worked against Baldwin with that pressure. And here is another spot, a 3rd down and 7, knowing that Baldwin has just been like racehorses coming up the field. Perhaps a spot where they maybe look to, again, get something, a screen or something quick out into the flats to one of the inside receivers.
Millerin 9 of 13 so far. He's looking in the air again, looking for Hernandez in the end zone. It was off his hand, a little bit high. Incomplete. Pretty nice coverage once again by the Bulldogs.
So that goes against a little bit what they've done so far in these situations where they've knowing that they're probably getting 2 plays to convert that. We've seen them go more conservative on the 3rd down chance to shorten up a possible 4th down. Well, that time they took a shot to the end zone, so that leaves them now with a tough 4th down and 8.
4th and 8, big play here for the Bulldogs defensively. See if they can get a stop, get the ball back. Miller in a pump fake. He's looking towards the end zone. He's got a man, but it's out of the back of the end zone. He's looking for Holiday once again, and a big stop that time by the Bulldog defense. They're going to get this football back on their own 17-yard line.
Now that is huge after just having allowed the touchdown. And then that turnover, that's the type of exchange that can start to unravel a game for you when things go that badly, that quickly. So a big-time stop by the defense to allow the offense to take the field again for Baldwin. No harm done now after that fumble. Chance to just get right back into the groove. They had a great opening drive to start this game before it stalled out and then into a turnover. See if they can get back to that with the ground game.
Alford's going to take the shotgun snap, hand it off to Cody Buck, trying the left side of the line. He squirts through there about 6 yards on the gain.
And that's how they got that first drive going, was feeding Cody Buck. He carried 3 times for 30 yards on that opening possession. He had carries of 9, 10, and 11. So get back to the guy that started things for you offensively, and Cody Buck. Good chunk of yardage on that first down play.
Alford's 2 of 4 from the air. We'll see if they let him go back to airing it out here. He was going to fake that handoff and try to throw it, but a penalty flag.
And the initial signal was offside against Bishop Ward, so that should give Baldwin a first down, and another Cyclone penalty.
Bishop Ward not doing themselves any favors here. I think that's what the 5th penalty on them so far this game. Baldwin hasn't committed a penalty, but those 2 turnovers have really hurt them. Kind of saw the opposite last week when Baldwin was able to turn Osawatomie over about 3, maybe 4 straight times as they fumbled 3 straight kickoff returns, and Baldwin seemed like they were on the field the whole second half offensively. Another penalty flag.
And it's Tim O'Connor, the tight end on this near side, a little bit too quick on his start, so that's going to cost Baldwin 5 yards.
It's Friday the 13th in October, so might be seeing some weird stuff going on here tonight. Already got a wrench thrown into things if you're the Bulldogs with their star starting quarterback, Jack Harvey, out of this one. They got a freshman, Bryce Alford, making his first career start. He takes the shotgun snap and hands it off to Cody Buck. He's going to get brought down. Right around the line of scrimmage, Ja Jarrett, the 5'11 senior, on the tackle. Bring up 2nd down and 13.
Capel is going out to the slot left. That's been the favorite target of Alford so far.
Take the snap, look right side here for Ryder Nye. That's been the favorite target of Jack Harvey. And Capel, he's really emerged as another big target after having a nice game against Osawatomie. 4 catches, 93 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That time incomplete, looking for Ryder Nye. It's going to be 3rd down and long. Need 13 to get to the sticks.
Tough spot, 3rd and 13, obviously. Not a lot of plays you can call that you feel good about converting this yardage. So with Nye and Capel both on the same side, maybe a wheel route, something over there to try and loosen one of those guys up.
Instead, they'll hand it off up the middle. Like Cody Buck once again, he's going to get out near the original line of scrimmage. See what Coach Lisher chooses to do here if he sends out the punt unit for the 2nd time.
I have to imagine you will here on a 4th and almost 10.
It's like his coach is trying to talk him into it a little bit, but here comes the punt unit.
Now, this game is still plenty early on. It's a 1-score game. And this is just too risky this deep in your own territory on a night where your defense is, for the most part, held their own. I mean, they've a couple of big plays, a couple of timely key plays from Bishop Ward. In fact, some of those being even on a broken play that led to their 1 score.
bounce snap back to Tucker Flory. Did a nice job to corral it and get it off. Takes a Bishop Ward, bounce it around the 45, and they're going to start in plus territory at the Baldwin 43-yard line. It's been punt, turnover on downs, and then a 51-yard touchdown drive, and then another turnover on downs. So far for Bishop Ward, 141 total yards, 126 of them have come through the air. It's Aiden Millerins 9 of 15 for 126 yards and a touchdown. It's been mainly the air attack from Bishop Ward, the quick passing game.
And 66 of that has come, of those passing yards came on just 2 completions. The big pass to Holiday set up their last scoring possession. The big one to Hernandez as well.
There's a run right up the middle with Overton, and that stout Baldwin defense right up the middle, able to stop them for no gain.
They've definitely been stout, as you mentioned in the rushing game so far right now. Bishop Ward averaging 1.5 yards per carry. So they have not been able to get that aspect going, which if you're the secondary for Baldwin, you got to understand that you don't have to start peeking in there and necessarily, I don't want to say not helping in the run game. Of course, that's always a bit of the role, but right now you got to know that our front 7 is doing their job, so we got to make sure our attention stays on these receivers. We can't let these guys get behind us again for a big play, because that's how Bishop Ward's been able to move the ball.
Holiday's going to go in jet motion, and they're going to give it off to him. Right side, looking for some room. He's going to get out about a 7-yard gain. Pretty nice jet sweep that time. Sets up a 3rd down and manageable here. About 3rd down and a long 3. Bishop Ward has lost 2 straight games coming into tonight, both of them district games at Wellsville and then at home against Santa Fe Trail, so they're 0-2 in the district. This game has a lot of implications on the Week 9 first round of the playoffs. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. As Millerin's getting flushed out left side, looking downfield. Now he's just going to tuck it down and work his way out of bounds. I think he's short of the first down, however. It's going to be really close.
This is going to depend on whether they put it nose ahead or behind that 34-yard line. This might be close enough to warrant a measurement.
Baldwin Sports Live presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, a one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres located within a quarter mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. Somebody call a timeout there?
Well, I thought they were just taking a timeout to measure.
Okay, well.
But it appears that Bishop Ward actually took a timeout, and they did say short. So they've ruled that it is short. It's a 4th down, less than a yard here. And Bishop Ward went ahead and spent their first time out of the half. Decide what they want to do on a 4th down. Haven't really seen them under center much. This is, of course, the spot where the old quarterback sneak is about as hard as anything to stop. But for a team that doesn't play under center much, sometimes you don't like to do that, because it's just that brings into play a possible fumble on the center quarterback exchange if it's just not something that's practiced enough. But I always hate having to go from 4th and inches to snap the ball 5 yards behind where you need to get to try to get it.
I mentioned a little bit, this has playoff implications in terms of the district standings. These 2 teams looking like they're going to finish 3rd and 4th in the district. It'll be whoever wins this game getting 3rd, and they're going to run up the middle, and I think they're going to have enough. The line judge coming in on the far end. Looks like they're going to have plenty enough here. They do signal the first down.
It was close. I mean, Baldwin almost, but that's the benefit of having a 6'3", 235-pound running back. Right there is Braden, a tough guy to knock backwards, and he had a full head of steam coming up there. Didn't need much, needed less than a yard, and he didn't get much more than a yard.
Time 2 running backs in the backfield with Millerini. Fakes it. Going to set up another screen pass. This one complete to Stephen Mills out far side. He's making some moves, breaking some tackles, and all the way to the pylon. I think he'll be marked just shy of the end zone. He brought down at the 1 yard line. Another touchdown saving tackle by the secondary.
I think they're going to get Denaro Jones for a hold.
Man, every time Bishop Ward has a big play, it seems like it's getting called back by a block in the back or a hold or something. And you're right, Bryce, another holding penalty. Man, they are shooting themselves in the foot over and over again. That's up to 6 penalties now.
Yeah, 6 for 45 yards. And again, costly ones right there. It looked like Denaro Jones was in a pretty good position on the block. Sometimes when a guy's bouncing it outside like that, if you're in inside position blocking, then the guy you're blocking pulls away from you, so it makes it hard not to hold them. In this particular case, I thought he was in pretty good position, but it was right there on the edge in front of the official. There's no traffic to disguise it, and the official right on top of it threw the flag and caught Jones. Costly hold.
Back him up all the way to the 38-yard line. First down still, 14 to the sticks. Number 14, Miller looking out right side for his intended target. Falls incomplete.
And once again, though, it didn't count because of the hold, but that was a screen pass again that burnt the Bulldogs. They're going to have to start recognizing when it's that easy, when all 4 of us get just released and none of us get blocked and all 4 of us can sprint upfield, there's a reason. They're letting you do it. Somebody has to start recognizing that, even if it's the linebackers, and they can then communicate that holler, screen, and let those DB or the defensive linemen then peel off of that and try to stop it, because that play has burnt them multiple times now.
Run a bunch trips near side here, and now motion Mills out of the backfield. Look, quick throw right side. It's complete. Pass caught by Denaro Jones. That'll make it a much more third down and manageable. 3rd and 4 coming up. Mentioned this game having the playoff implications. I'll finish my thought on that. Whoever wins this game is probably going to play the loser of Holton at Hayden tonight. They're in District 4, and District 3 and 4, they're kind of matched up as the 1 will play the 4, 2 plays the 3, and vice versa. It's going to be a first down run by Miller in that time. He's been hurting the Bulldogs more through the air than on the ground, but that time using his legs, get first down. He's inside the 15-yard line now for Bishop Ward.
Tristan Capel makes the shoestring tackle. And credit to Bishop Ward, Ryan. They've had their penalty woes, but, man, they've done a pretty decent job overcoming those penalties. Baldwin has not really been able to make them pay for all 6 of those penalties they've had called against him so far.
It's right around the part of the field where Baldwin came up with a big stand defensively, though, and forced a turnover on downs. Last possession, this time they'll swing it out to Denaro Jones, left side. He's going to try cutting back, and probably wasn't the best idea as gets met by a couple of Bulldogs.
Looked like Hank Beard was the one who chased that play down, and unfortunately for Jones, the throw from Miller kind of forced him to put the brakes on and almost brought him back in, as opposed to keeping his momentum going outside, where they did have, it looked like, a little bit of an alley there for Jones. So the throw that was behind him may have helped kind of blow that play up and force that redirection.
Keelan Overton behind Miller in the pistol. 4 wide receivers. Trying to spread the Bulldogs out, and they'll give it off to Overton. It's going to get a pretty nice gain, 3 yards. It was Dylan Williams on the stop. Not only do you miss your starting quarterback, Jack Harvey, you really miss him defensively as well. He's leading the Bulldogs in tackles for loss, and sacks. But Creighton Frost and Landry Quick, the 2 outside backers, doing a pretty decent job so far. 3rd down, 5 yards to the sticks. Baldwin needs to come up with another stand here in the red zone. They'll swing Overton out, throw it to him quick, and he's going to be swallowed up for a loss. A couple of Bulldogs out there quickly, starting to maybe get wise to that quick passing game.
Yeah, Brett Davidson saw that one coming all the way, and Davidson didn't even try to come up and rush the passer. He immediately took the angle to go and cut Overton off there on that play. That play was made first and foremost by Davidson, but a good job rallying to the football by the rest of the guys to force that negative play, and they'll make a tougher decision. Obviously a go-for-it decision, but a tougher one in terms of the yardage, now needing 9 instead of the 3rd and 5 that it was.
Here we go once again, another big play for the Bulldog defense. Can they get a 4th down stop? Defending their own red zone, Milleran's going to look to throw it quick. He's rolling out right side. He's going to have it complete and weaving his way into the end zone's Keelan Overton for another Bishop Ward touchdown.
Yet again, it's one of those kind of just backyard football playground type plays. That's how they scored their first touchdown. That's how they get their second touchdown. And they are right now just playing basically backyard football.
Yeah.
And it's working out. Baldwin has not been able to stay with the speed once they've kind of had those broken plays.
Looks like they're going to line up, go for 2 here. Overton. That'd be Javion Braden actually in the backfield. It is Overton. Doesn't matter. Milleran's going to look to throw left side to Nero Jones off his hands. Incomplete, so the 2-point conversion not successful, but Bishop Ward on the board again. 12-0 there. They lead the Bulldogs. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here live in Baldwin, the kickoff was a squib kick, and it's on the ground once again. Don't tell me.
I don't think there's any way that Bishop Ward could have come up with that football. Baldwin had 3 guys laying on top of it.
Bishop Ward was holding the football.
That's the weird part, though. But I just, in a high school football, it's not the NFL. You're down if you have the ball on the ground like that. Yeah. So I think Bishop Ward got in there, wrestled it out, but there was 3 Baldwin guys laying on the dead football there at the 34. So the officials, I think, got this one correct.
So here we go. Baldwin has the football for what'll be their 4th possession offensively. Turned it over a couple times and have punted a couple times. They try to run option near side this time, and Alford pushes forward for about a gain of 3 yards. Nice job that time to just get a positive gain out of that.
Esperanza makes the stop at the end of that run for Bishop Ward, and a minute 50 left, so you have to be a little cognizant of that time. You do have 3 timeouts. Don't have to completely abandon the run game, but need to work a little quickly.
Capella in the slot up top. They'll fake it. He was looking that way. Alford decided to tuck it down, try to find some running room. I think he might have lost a yard that time. Might have been feeling some immediate pressure and rolled out to his right, but now 120 and counting, and a 3rd down and long. 3rd and 7. Interesting to see if Baldwin, kind of surprised Bishop Ward actually is not taking a timeout here, but.
Now if you're Baldwin, it's kind of a tough spot. You want to use a little clock maybe if you don't convert, but.
They'll give it off. Creighton Frost and the big freshman running backs running ahead. He's across midfield and got a nice gain. Biggest play of the game so far for the Bulldogs. They're out across midfield and a fresh set of downs. 55 seconds on the first half clock.
Now you can roll. That's a big run by Frost. get this thing going now. Got to get this ball snapped, though. They're switching sides of the field, wasting some precious seconds here.
They got Capel and Nye both on the near side. Frost in the backfield. They'll hand it right back to the freshman, and he's going to get stopped for not much of a gain. And looks like Coach Lischer will take the first timeout for Baldwin. Baldwin Sports Live, brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing, family-owned company right here in Baldwin City that services many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. With state-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment that offers excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career. Find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com.
Well, Brian Salford has the arm to throw it. It is a windy night, and you're going into the wind, so that's not helping right now for Baldwin. But he does have a good arm, and with only 37 seconds left, you're going to have to probably take a shot at some point here. You know, when you had the ball with a minute 50, you could still utilize that running game. Now, not that you can't run, but at some point you have to think if they're going to go down here and score, Ryan, in this final 37, it's going to take Alford connecting through the air with one of his guys right now. Look for Capel and Nye to be those two guys he'll most likely be looking for. Nye is going to be the wide out to the bottom of your screen, and in the slot on the right side there is Capel.
Nye came into play over 200 yards receiving, a couple of touchdowns, a couple of touchdown grabs for Capel as well. See, Alford going to look to throw right side. He's got Ryder Nye, a catch out around the 30-yard line, just shy of that, and he's out of bounds. Nice job that time. Connection from Alford to Nye.
And an excellent job getting out of bounds by Ryder Nye. He could have gone down easy on first contact and the clock would be rolling, but he fought his way to that sideline. That preserves the timeout. Of course, the clock would have stopped momentarily while they moved the chains, but now you have a chance to just not have to rush at all, get a nice play call in there. Well done. They needed a big chunk right there, and they got it.
Yeah, Baldwin could really use a score before the end of the first half here. 1st and 10 from the 31. Alford's going to tuck this one down, try to get a couple of yards with his feet. An immediate timeout needs to be called, and it is with 23 seconds left in the first half. Give me a chance to tell you Baldwin Sports Live, brought to you in part by Maley & Sons Construction, a family-owned and operated company specializing in commercial construction along with high-profile residential clients. If you're looking for steady year-round work done locally in the KC metro area with advancement opportunities, then check out Maley & Sons Construction. Email Danielle at maleyandsons.com to learn more.
And let's remember, Ryan, Baldwin gets the ball to start the second half as well, so that really makes this a pivotal moment. If they can find a way to get these last 30 yards, get this ball in the end zone before the half ends, and then to get the ball to start the second half as well. A big chance to turn the tide of this game.
Be a big game if Baldwin could end up somehow coming back and winning this game, because theoretically you would play the weaker of the top two teams in District 4. They playing tonight, Holton at Hayden. Got an early updated end of the first quarter score. It was Hayden leading that game 7-0. Alford's going to look to throw here on second down, pump faking, looking right side, finds Ryder Nye once again. Oh, might be ruled a fumble here as he caught that football, and it is ruled a fumble. Bishop Ward's going to jump on this thing. And another turnover, the third fumble of the first half, and that stops that threat for the Bulldogs.
And that is tough there. I love the decision by Alford not to force that ball down the field. It wasn't there. He checked it down underneath to Nye. They picked up a dozen, and they had themselves, would have been in position there to be able to take at least a couple of shots to the end zone. But Nye, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell whether he ever really even possessed that ball. I mean, he from a time-wise, he definitely would have had time to, but we don't have the luxury of the replay to see if he ever actually. I mean, it almost had to look to me like he was still just trying to gain a firm control of that football.
I mean, hindsight's 20/20, obviously, but I think you got to just look to run that ball out of bounds. He tried fighting for extra yardage inbounds, but either way, it's going to be a kneel down from Bishop Ward, and both teams will head to the locker room at halftime. Don't go anywhere. We got our halftime show brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner broker Steve Pittman, associate broker Kim Bergen, realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back to Baldwin. It is halftime. Halftime show brought to you by your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Baldwin City, Kelly Neufeld. Kelly and his team are there to help you protect what matters most. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting or stop by the new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street. See how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. So, end of the first half, Bishop Ward leads this thing 12-0 on the scoreboard. They have doubled up time of possession to against Baldwin, I should say, and that has to do with the 3 fumbles that Baldwin has lost in the first half. One of those coming on a kickoff return, giving the ball straight back to the Cyclones. So those 3 turnovers, one of the big stories in the first half, Bryce, and also the 133 passing yards for Bishop Ward. They're kind of slicing up the Baldwin defense, a couple of passes, but
yeah, I mean, they've been almost just broken plays.
Yeah.
So I mean, the touchdown was a ball that was snapped over the quarterback Millerin's head. He tracked it down, just kind of pointed, "Hey, go out there. I'm going to throw it to you." Touchdown. Their second touchdown, in fact, same kind of thing. It was a play that was initially supposed to be a quick throw. It wasn't there. Things kind of got bottled up. I mean, actually, that one was a fumble too, I believe, on a fumbled snap that they ended up throwing for a touchdown. I mean, so overall, the numbers suggest that Bishop Ward has hurt them a little bit more through the air, and they have, but it's somewhat been on some fluky plays and plays that maybe fluky's not the right word, but plays where you have to stay disciplined if you're the Baldwin secondary. And the plays that they've been able to just run normally, they've done quite well. It's those plays where it's easy to lose your attention or to get your eyes to wander and start peeking into the backfield. And again, the front seven doesn't need the help right now of those corners and safeties. They've been doing their job. They are holding Bishop Ward right now to less than 3 yards per carry. So, there's no reason to need to be looking into the backfield. And when you see that ball hit the ground, even though the instinct is always, hey, rush to the football, you can't do that if you're Baldwin right now, because Millerin has shown that he is able to stay composed, and even when a play breaks down, he is able to make the most of it, and he's done that a couple of times to really hurt them. And as you mentioned, the turnovers, certainly, I mean, it's tough to win or be even in any ball game when you're a -3 in the turnover differential, but that's where Baldwin sits right now.
Yeah, I mean, when Baldwin's had the football, their first opening drive was 7-play, 39-yard drive that they got down close to the red zone. I'm not sure if they got into the red zone, but fumbled it on a bad snap, or a snap that was a little bit to the right of Bryce Alford, and ball went to the ground, and by the time he went back to corral it, Bishop Ward was right there. The Cyclones jumped on it. Talk about those 3 fumbles, 3 turnovers for Baldwin, hurting them offensively. Also, third downs. Their average to gain on third down has been 10 yards. They're 0 for 3 on third down. Doing a pretty decent job defensively on third down. 3 for 8 is Bishop Ward, 2 of 4 on fourth down conversions. But just got to find a way to, find some guys to make some plays here in the second half. This thing's definitely not out of reach. 12-0. It's not a crazy score, but
yeah, you're certainly in this still if you're Baldwin,
yeah.
But you got to take care of the ball first and foremost. You can't afford to give away any possessions at this point in time. Offense is not coming easy enough to give away those possessions, so they're going to have to take care of the football in this second half. And, quite frankly, I think the defense is going to have to make a play in this game. And if more than anything else, just to jumpstart, just to give that spark to this team. So, maybe one of those Brett Davidson or Jake Van Horn plays where they blow something up, or we've seen Connor make a couple of big plays. Somebody needs to jar a ball loose. They've thrown the ball enough. Can Capel or can Cody Buck? We saw would have had a pick 6 a couple of weeks ago, but he slid down because he didn't need to. The game was over. Something like that. A punt return, a kick return score. Something, a big play that doesn't necessarily come from the offense to maybe jumpstart this thing. But Baldwin's going to get the football to start this second half, so they are certainly right in this thing. No reason to panic. No reason to change the game plan really or anything at this point in time if you're Baldwin. I think what they've been doing is still working. You just need to be the team that comes up with that difference-making play. And so far we've had 2 of those really in this game, and they've both been executed by Bishop Ward.
Yeah, you got to give Bishop Ward a little bit of credit, too. They've been shooting themselves in the foot with a lot of penalties and still able to overcome that. So we'll take a break here on the halftime show, come back with some of the individual numbers and a drive summary, and show you some of our upcoming broadcasts on the channel here. You're watching Bulldog Football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to. Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Welcome back here live in Baldwin. 12-0. The visiting Bishop Ward Cyclones lead this one at the half. Take a look at some of the numbers from the first half. 176 total yards for Bishop Ward, 133 of those through the air, 43 on the ground. They have like I mentioned earlier, almost doubled up time of possession to Baldwin. They're 3 of 8 on third down, 2 of 4 on fourth down. Got 7 plays over 10 yards, 2 of them over 20 yards. As for Baldwin, they've been blanked on the scoreboard in the first half, 103 total yards, 53 on the ground, 50 through the air. 0 of 3 on third down. They're needing to possess the ball a little bit more in the second half. Those 3 turnovers, the big story. A fumble on the opening drive. It was a 7-play, 39-yard drive. They got down close to the red zone and had a fumble on a bad snap exchange, and then fumbled on a kickoff return, and then fumbled in that last drive right before half when looked like they were having a pretty good drive together. 7 plays, 49 yards. So look at some of the individual numbers. Bryce Alford, the freshman, getting the start tonight for the injured Jack Harvey. 4 of 7 through the air in that first half, 50 yards. He also carried it 5 times. Creighton Frost carried it 3 times for 16 yards. Cody Buck, 6 carries for 42 yards. As for Cyclones' individual numbers, Aiden Miller, in their junior quarterback, 12 of 19 in the first half, 133 yards, 1 touchdown. Baldwin has not seen a lot of teams that have thrown it 19 times in one half, really utilizing the screens and the quick passes are Bishop Ward. Miller also had 7 carries for 14 yards. Javion Braden, 3 carries, 7 yards. Keelan Overton, 4 carries for 15 yards. And Jay-Sean Holiday, 1 carry for 7 yards. Receiving, it's been Jay-Sean Holiday, number 12, the big play receiver for the Cyclones. 4 catches, 55 yards. Denaro Jones, a couple of catches, 11 yards. And then Ezekiel Hernandez has a couple of grabs for 35 yards. For Baldwin, receiving-wise, it's been Ryder Nye with a couple of catches. He's been the main target from Alford. 2 catches, 28 yards. Ethan Williams has a catch for 1 yard, and Tristan Capel, 1 catch for 21 yards. So those are your numbers from the first half. It is 12-0. Bishop Ward leads this thing at the half. We'll take another break here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show and come back and show you some of our upcoming broadcasts on the channel. Get you ready for the second half of action here from Liston Stadium. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the halftime show presented by Farm Bureau Financial Services. Time now, let's take a look at some of our upcoming broadcasts on the channel. Got some soccer coming at you on Tuesday, October 17th. Spring Hill's going to come to town to play the Bulldogs. 3:40 pregame on that, 4 o'clock kickoff. Another senior night edition of Baldwin Sports Live. We saw the volleyball team on senior night. This is senior night for the football team, and
I actually think they did the senior night for soccer, I believe, on this past game.
Well, that's just annoying. Nobody told me that.
I believe so.
Well,
but anyway, normally the last home game would be, but
yeah,
anyway.
I'm just assuming, I guess. But
yeah.
Either way,
Right,
we'll be there for the broadcast
right.
on Tuesday for some soccer. And then
67 and mostly sunny, too, so it should be a nice evening.
I'll sign me up for that. Next Friday night, last road game of the year, last regular season game of the year, I should say, will be on the road at Wellsville. 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff on that one. Go to varsitysportslive.com. You can find the schedules and all the info you need on there for all the channels across our Varsity Sports Live networks. Quickly, I'm going to pop up the bracket for the 3A playoffs. I can see there. It's pretty small, but you can look at the screen. District 3 is matched up with District 4, like I mentioned earlier, and so the winner of District 3 will play the 4 seed from District 4, and then the 2 seed from District 3 will play the 3 seed from District 4, and so on and so forth. You catch my drift, but basically this game right here is going to be really to determine who's going to be the 3rd and the 4th seeds out of District 3, and the winner of this game will probably play the loser of Holton at Hayden that's going on tonight. The halftime score of that one, Hayden is up 10-0 at the half. So as it stands right now, it's looking more and more like Bishop Ward is going to be going to Holton in Week 9, and Baldwin's probably going to be going to Hayden, which they did last year in Week 9 on that October 27th date. Either way, it looks like Baldwin's going to have a road game in Week 9 because Santa Fe Trail and Wellsville, they look like they're going to be 1st and 2nd in the district, and they're playing tonight as well. Wellsville's leading that game 29-0 at the half, so that's for basically the district championship tonight, and looks like Wellsville, they've been a wagon in recent years, and they're on their way to another district championship. So
yeah, I mean, this 3rd, 4th spot, it's certainly still up for grabs in this second half of this ball game, but Baldwin, they've got work to do. They do get the football to start this second half, so you have to like that spot that Baldwin's in to be able to possess it first and see if they can put something together. And if they can come down and strike a score here on this opening possession of the second half, Ryan, it is game on. But, of course, Bishop Ward, they're going to be thinking the other way. If we can come out and get a stop and make this into a 3-score game, then they're going to be thinking, hey, we're on our way. So big pivotal possession to start this second half.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Baldwin offensively, when they've had the ball, they've had a couple of 7-play drives that looked pretty nicely. They were moving the football, had a nice run from Creighton Frost, and so they just got to keep the football and not turn it over. Those 3 turnovers in the first half really hurt them, and we'll see if they can hold on to the football and get back into this thing in the second half. Halftime show has been brought to you by your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Baldwin City, Kelly Neufeld. Kelly and his team are there to help you protect what matters most. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting or stop by the new office in downtown Baldwin City, 714 8th Street. See how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. Take another break here on the halftime show, get you all set for the second half when we come back. This is Bulldog Football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back to Baldwin. We get the halftime show graphic off of there for you so you can see the scoreboard right there, 12-0. Bishop Ward in control of this game after the first half. It was 3 first half turnovers, 3 fumbles from Baldwin. Kind of the big story, and then the quick passing game from Bishop Ward. A lot of screen passes and just getting the ball out fast and trying to not let that Baldwin defense get penetration like we've seen them do so often this year. Going to add 3 more minutes on the scoreboard for warm-ups here. Bishop Ward just now making their way out of the locker room.
If you heard the big cheer when we came back at the timeout, one of the young ladies down here, I don't know whether her last name or her first name is Morgan. That's what's on the back of her jersey. Yep. They were out there, some of the young ladies with some flag football action. We had the youth football teams out there with some halftime entertainment as well. And she was along the sideline as the Baldwin guys came running out, and she got trucked, not on purpose by any means,
right,
but she took as big of a hit as any of the guys on the field
we've seen all day
tonight,
so far. Yeah.
And unfortunately, it couldn't have felt good, but fortunately, she hopped up with a smile, yeah, and I'm sure she is fighting the pain, but that was the big cheer as she was able to get up and had a kind of a smile and was laughing, but my goodness, she got rocked coming out of the tunnel by the Baldwin guys. So luckily, I think she's okay.
Oh,
good
yeah,
for
I think
her.
she, like you said, laughed it off. She's obviously pretty tough. So
yeah, she's going to be a little sore in the morning probably.
That's right.
But yeah, big possession cut up here to start this second half, Ryan. The Baldwin has to do something with this possession, and that doesn't necessarily mean they have to go score. Certainly that's what they want to do here, obviously. But they've got to at least put together a possession that just kind of reestablishes this game and not give this ball quickly back to Bishop Ward. You know, a 3-and-out or obviously a turnover, which they've had 3 of them in the first half, would be devastating for Baldwin's chances to come back from 2 scores down. There's plenty of time to come back from 12 points. No question about that. You got a whole half of football to play. But this first possession is going to go a long way to setting that tone. How's this second half going to go? What kind of a feel is it going to have to it? And this first possession that Baldwin will be receiving is going to be a big indicator for that.
Yeah, and for me, I just think obviously you might have to throw the ball a little bit more, but you can't get too one-dimensional running the football with Buck and Frost. You're going to have to let Alford make some plays for you in this second half, and he's showed he can throw a good football and spot some open guys. And so if they can get him protected, it's kind of been the issue so far when he drops back to passes. He's feeling some pressure immediately in his face, and he's got to roll out or tuck it and run up the middle. And so I think Alford, he's comfortable now at quarterback. He's had one half under his belt here starting. So coming out in the second half, see if he can't find some connections to Tristan Capel or Ryder Nye and get this Baldwin offense kind of jump-started here in the second half. As Bryce mentioned, Baldwin's going to receive the second half kickoff. They won the toss and deferred, so Bishop Ward started this game with the football.
And to your point, Ryan, about the passing game, it is a windy night. Yeah. And the wind is going to be at Baldwin's back to start this second half. So if you're going to throw the football, you're going to be much better suited doing that with this 25-mile-per-hour wind at your back than going right into the teeth of it. So this would be your chance maybe to take a couple of those shots at the passing game. But, again, you can't abandon the run here as well. Buck showed some elusiveness in that first half. Frost had a couple of nice runs. You still have to be willing to run the football, and you have plenty of time to do that with a whole half to go. Only down 2 scores, and you're getting the first crack at it.
Yeah, pretty chilly night here, about 53 degrees. The wind is at a steady 17 miles an hour. I'm sure it's gusting it higher than that, though, as Bryce mentioned. A surprise onside kick attempt here is going to get blown dead. Looks like somebody might have been offsides on the kickoff there, and they are going to have to redo that. But
They were early across the line there. Baldwin was able to recover that. Let's see if Baldwin makes any type of an adjustment here. They haven't yet on the return team after seeing that onside kick by Bishop Ward. How about that decision, though? Come out, be aggressive, try to just take this momentum back yourselves, was Bishop Ward. And, I don't hate that call. Will they do it back-to-back times, though, now that the surprise factor is gone?
Yeah, either way, the front line has got to be aware of that for Baldwin.
They haven't really made much adjustment to it, so Baldwin's kind of calling their bluff here and saying, we don't think you're going to do it twice in a row.
Well, Ezekiel Hernandez will approach the football, and he'll kind of squib this one. It'll be Creighton Frost that fields it and just goes down immediately. Nice job by Creighton Frost that time, and Baldwin's going to have some pretty good starting field position here at out their own 42-yard line, maybe make it the 43.
And, I mentioned the wind, so Baldwin has it at the back, which meant Bishop Ward's kicking into that. I wonder if that maybe played a factor in that decision as well, knowing that you might not be able to really pin this ball deep on a kickoff, so go ahead, take a chance at perhaps being able to recover it. Obviously, it didn't work out for Bishop Ward, and now great field position for Baldwin to try to come up with a big possession to start this second half.
Bryce Alford, 4 of 7 for 50 yards in the air in the first half. We'll see where they go here to start. It's fumbled. Alford's going to pick it up now, looking downfield, trying to find a man. Going to wiggle his way out of trouble and actually get a positive gain of a couple. Nice job that time, keeping your cool.
Yeah, that could have easily gone really bad, dropping the ball, and again, hands a little cold maybe. I mean, you just came out of the locker room, but it is a chilly night. My weather app says it's 52 degrees out there as well, man. It doesn't really feel like that.
That wind, man.
I mean, we're inside, so we're luckily not facing that wind, but from the guys that we have out there on the cameras and some of the other guys that we've talked to who have been out in the elements, it certainly doesn't feel like what you would think a 52-degree night does.
Yeah, it is a cold evening in October. Cody Buck here, a big play. He's out far side, down the sideline, a foot race at the 15, 10-5. He's going to hurl a man into the end zone for a Baldwin touchdown, and how about that?
There you go. We needed a big spark play, and your man, Cody Buck, who has come up with big plays all season, delivers the 54-yard touchdown run. And how about that for our absolute play of the game? They needed a play to start this second half, and Buck absolutely delivered.
Absolute play of the game brought to you by Absolute Painting. From a fresh coat of paint to refinishing your cabinets, they do it all. This time of year, Absolute specializes in indoor projects with incredible interior paint specials. Call for your free quote today, 785-333-9651. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. Extra point up and through for Baldwin as they're battling back here. Nice long run from Cody Buck makes it 7-12. We'll take a break here and come back with more Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back. Baldwin's offense springing to life. A long touchdown run by Cody Buck makes this game 12-7. Bishop Ward's going to start this drive from their own 29-yard line. Ended up being a two-play, 57-yard touchdown drive on the 54-yard touchdown run from Cody Buck. And he just motored around that right side. I told Bryce off the air, I'm going to have to watch the replay on that one because, I mean, it surprised me how he got out of there, and then just a foot race to the end zone. Nobody was going to catch Cody from there.
And he is an explosive athlete when he gets into the open field. Not the biggest guy, but, man, when he gets loose, he is tough to bring down, and they just had to have something happen good to start this second half, and it couldn't have been any better, any faster than that.
That was the third rushing touchdown on the year for Cody Buck. This time it's Stephen Mills coming out near side. He'll get drugged down. Dylan Williams there, as well as Brendan O'Connor, Hank Beard.
And Tristan Capel was the one who forced him to cut that back in. Good job by Capel as the corner there. You don't always have to be the man that necessarily makes the tackle, but by him setting that edge, forcing him to cut it back, allowed that help to come in there and make that stop. So good job all around, team defense making the tackle.
Second down and 9 from their own 31. Millerin going to fake the handoff and look to throw quickly. He's got Ezekiel Hernandez. It's out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. It'll set up a third down.
And I thought they could have thrown a flag here. The near side receiver took a step back right as they were snapping that football. Very easily could have been called for a false start there in that situation, but the official happened right in front of them, and the Baldwin bench was kind of making the motion as they thought a flag should have been thrown as well. Didn't get that call. Now can they get a big third down stop?
Big third down and about 4 here. Baldwin can keep the momentum going. They're going to look to pass. Throw it right side, looking for Denaro Jones. It's incomplete. Once again, Bishop Ward choosing to go to the air in a critical situation on third down. Incomplete. Looks like they're going to have to punt this football away.
And I would be cognizant of a potential fake punt right here. Again, they're kicking into the wind. We've already seen that they're willing to be aggressive. They went with an onside kick to start this second half. They ran that punt team out there so fastly.
Yeah.
In a situation where you feel like this could be when they might debate going for it, that I'd be aware of a possible fake punt if I'm Baldwin right here.
It's Hernandez back in punt formation. They got the 3 up backs right there. And they are going to punt this football away. It's a high punt that's going to get held up in the wind. Take a Bishop Ward bounce, however, and gain another 7-8 yards, and going to be down right around the Baldwin 40-yard line. So that's where they'll start their second drive offensively here in the second half. 54-yard touchdown run from Cody Buck. Got him on the scoreboard, their first drive.
Well, that's the best of both worlds really right here. The quick strike for the offense, and then the defense quickly getting the football right back. So all the momentum now on the side of the home team. Can they take advantage of it and go down and take the lead in this game?
It'll be Buck once again starting out to the right of Alford in the shotgun. Bryce will take the snap, hand it off to Cody, trying to make a move around the line of scrimmage. Be corralled there by a couple of Cyclones.
And that's how quickly, we talked about there's so much time left in this game, down 2 scores when we start the second half, and not even 3 minutes into it. Now here we are talking about Baldwin a play away from going down and taking a lead in this game. So they've got themselves right back in the position they need to be. Again, don't have to change anything about the game plan. Whatever you liked coming into this game, if you're Baldwin offense, you can still stick with that.
Alford from the shotgun once again takes the snap. He'll look to throw, looking for an open man. Now he's going to try and find Ryder Nye on the right sideline. Comes down with a nice grab out across midfield. He took a shot afterwards, held on to the football. Nice connection that time, Alford to Nye.
13 yards on the completion, and third catch tonight for Ryder. He had that fumble earlier, so you know that he wanted to make a play. And that's, anytime you have you let the team down, so to speak, whether it's a turnover, a missed play, a missed tackle or something, you want another opportunity to go up there and make a play, and boy did he right there, hauling that in, taking the hit, holding on to it. Great job, good concentration by Nye.
Nye, the leading wide receiver on the team. He's had a catch in every single game so far. Here's Cody Buck once again, going to try to bounce it out. Near side, he's dragging a tackler, getting some extra yardage. That was Jaw Jarrett that was hanging on for a ride.
7-yard run, some tough yards there for Cody Buck. And this Baldwin offense, they just have a little bit different pep to them right now, don't they, Ryan? They're getting out of the huddle with a little more energy. They're getting to their spots. You can tell that things have turned around mentally right now for Baldwin. They've got a big chance here in front of them.
Time they'll give it right back to Buck. He's going to try the right side, have to cut it back up. This time, nice job by the Bishop Ward defense. Stringing him out and dropping him for a loss of a couple yards.
You don't want to let Buck get outside of you there. And it looked like it was Bryce Johnson Jr. on the outside maybe who was able to get that turned back in the defensive end. Buck coming off a little bit hobbled maybe. I think he's all right, but Creighton Frost going to come in and spell him for at least a play here.
He's kind of bent over on the near sideline. Hopefully just got the wind knocked out of him or something like that. Hate to speculate, but like Bryce said, Creighton Frost, the freshman in the game, got a freshman quarterback and a freshman running back out there.
And they're not giving Buck really any attention, the trainers or anybody, so he must have said, hey, I'm good. I just need a play or two here.
Frost to the left of Alford. Alford going to look left side for Ryder Nye once again. Throw comes up a little bit short on the out route. That was third down to bring up a 4th down and 6.
Tough decision. I mean, you got the wind at your back, so you can maybe go ahead and try to punt, pin Bishop Ward deep.
I think you just stay aggressive, right? You mentioned it. Baldwin's kind of got a pep in their step here offensively. See if you can't make a play here. Get 6 yards and a 1st down.
And they are going to go for it. Took a little long to get that play call in, so keep an eye on the back judge here. Make sure you get this ball snapped in time.
8 seconds on the play clock and counting. Frost to the left of Alford. Alford drops back. He's looking left to right. Now he's going to have to tuck it and run. He's not going to get there. Once again, felt pressure from the left and the right. Chose to tuck it down and scramble, but it's going to end up about 5 yards short of the marker. So turnover on downs for Baldwin, but not the end of the world. Bishop Ward's going to get this football at their own 40-yard line. Defensively, Baldwin's been playing pretty tough, especially here lately. Last couple possessions, the 11-play, 50-yard touchdown drive right before the half Bishop Ward had, but other than that, Baldwin been hanging in there defensively.
And of that 50, 38 came on one play.
Look at that, Brendan O'Connor in the backfield dragging down Miller in for a 3-yard loss. Baldwin looks like they're taking some of the momentum of this game back. They got the early score, made it 12-7. See if the defense can't get their second stop of the second half and force another punt.
Yeah, again, the secondary just has to be disciplined right here. You got to stay playing pass defense if you're those secondary. Let that front seven keep doing their work. Don't get caught peering into that backfield and let one of these receivers get behind you for a big play.
Capel, Hamrick, Buck, Tucker, Flory, I believe, in the secondary right now. They'll throw right side. That ball was tipped down by Brett Davidson. Big bad Brett got his hands up there. He's made a lot of plays defensively this year and been solid on the line all year.
And he had the defensive play of the year, I would say, to this point. That pick 6 in the game against Anderson County, and that one able to get up there. Knew he couldn't get to Miller in time, so good job using his hands to knock that pass down. And now if you're Baldwin here, 3rd and 13, look out for a screen. They've burnt you a couple of times on those, and if you get scot-free through that line, you got to alert screen pass right here.
Yeah, you've done the work on 1st and 2nd down. Don't let them convert on a 3rd and long here. They'll send Holiday in motion. Another screen pass here. It'll be Stephen Mills taking it. Baldwin's going to have to rally to the football. He's cutting near side. Got a lot of green grass out in front of him. Could be a foot race to the end zone at the 20, 15, 10, 5. And Stephen Mills is going to take this all the way for a Bishop Ward touchdown. No flags on the field. Just like Bryce called it, it was a quick screen pass. He was able to cut to his right side, near side, and just outrun everybody to the end zone.
Yeah, it's just that has just been the Achilles heel of this Baldwin defense, those screen plays against them. And gosh, that just had screen written all over it from the get-go. The down and distance, the situation going against the wind. It's going to be hard to push the ball down the field, and everything about that setup had screen written all over it. And unfortunately, Baldwin just not able to defend it.
Makes it 18-7. Bishop Ward going to try for the 2-point conversion. Got trips right side. That's where they're going to throw it before it's blown dead. See if it's going to be a false start penalty against Bishop Ward. We'll back up this 2-point attempt. We called for Baldwin to come out of the half and respond. They did. 54-yard touchdown run from Cody Buck, and then they Forced a 3 and out before getting the ball back and turning it over on downs. But Bishop Ward has answered in the second half, a long touchdown run. Trying for the conversion here. Send trips this time to the far side. Mills behind Millerin. Millerin's going to look to his right and overthrew his intended target, Jones. So 2-point conversion unsuccessful, but it makes the score 18-7. Bishop Ward on top here. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Back here live in Baldwin, Bishop Ward answers the touchdown Baldwin put up to start the second half. They get a touchdown of their own, 18-7 now the score, a low line drive kickoff. Somebody's got to field this ball. It's going to be jumped on at the 9-yard line. I'm not sure what Ryder Nye is thinking. That's a live ball.
Yeah, that's what Hamrick is telling him now. He's like, hey, man, you made me run all the way over there to cover that ball up. Somebody's got to get on that. Luckily, Hamrick was aware, though, right? Because Nye did not appear like he was going to go cover that thing, and that could have been disaster for Baldwin, who's already turned it over 3 times in this game, and now down 2 scores once again. Midway through this third quarter, every possession becomes that much more important at this juncture, so good awareness by Casey Hamrick to go cover that ball up.
They're going to have a long field ahead of them from their own 9-yard line is where this drive will start offensively. Frost out there to start this drive and see who jumped. That might be an offsides, and it will be offsides on Bishop Ward. They continue to rack up the penalties. 8 penalties now, 55 yards. Baldwin, on the other hand, only 1 penalty for 5 yards, but been the turnovers that have really hurt them tonight.
Yeah, and they've, 8 penalties, 55 yards, as you mentioned. That's not a good number, but they've overcome most of those tonight. They really haven't hurt Bishop Ward.
Alford will try to keep it himself. Look like an option look this near side. Might be a face mask on the tackle.
Yeah, I saw that too, Ryan. I think you might have it. It didn't look like there was any type of an illegal block, hold, or block at the back or anything like that I could see, so if it is, that'll be a big boost to Baldwin to try to move this ball a little bit away from their own goal line here.
Yeah, and you're right. Bishop Ward's kind of overcame a lot of the penalties, but a lot of them have came off of big plays for them offensively, or it has kind of kept Baldwin in the game like this. You got them pinned back in their own territory, and you're just going to give them a free 15 yards here on the face mask.
And they didn't call it a personal foul, so it's just 5, but it is a first down. And so, but you're absolutely right. I mean, at some point, you think those penalties are going to start to hurt them. I mean, again, to this point, they've been able to overcome them, but I don't think you can keep committing them at this rate and not get burnt by it.
On the other hand, Baldwin has to start taking advantage from some of the opportunities.
Exactly.
They're giving them here. Frost to the left of Alford. He'll fake the handoff and throw to Tristan Capel. He had a lot of acres in front of him. If he could have hauled that one in, might have been off to the races. A heck of a play call that time, and Alford put it right on him. Tristan's going to want that one back.
Yeah, a nice little RPO there. You had that read to either pass that ball, handed the run pass option there, and man, that was well done by Alford. A beautiful ball, and let's see if Capel can get another chance to make up for that one.
Tristan had a catch for 49 yards in the Anderson County game, and then 4 catches, 93 yards last week. Here's Creighton Frost, the big freshman running back, and he's carrying guys, hurdling guys. He's out past the 35-yard line. Got a first down.
Little hurdle move there. 15 yards from Creighton Frost, who has not been called upon as much tonight, Ryan. They've leaned a little more heavy on Cody Buck in this game out of the backfield. But Frost now 31 yards on just his 4 carries, but that's 7.8 yards per carry. So perhaps the big bruising, rushing attack of Creighton Frost can become a factor here in this second half as the Bishop Ward defense starts to tire.
Yeah, it was number 53, Jod Jarrett, the 5'11 senior that was slow getting up, and he was helped off the field for Bishop Ward. So get back underway here. A fresh set of downs for the Bulldogs from their own 36-yard line. Alford's going to give it right back to Frost. He's got a lot of running room out right side. Now he's carrying Jay-Sean Holiday for about 4 more yards out across midfield, and another Bulldog first down. He dragged down at the 43-yard line of the Cyclones.
How about 21 more yards from Creighton Frost? 52 on 5 totes. Now Buck's over 100 yards in the game on the ground. So Baldwin's got to keep running the football and then picking your spots to let Alford air it out. With the wind at your back for another 5.5 minutes, good opportunity for Baldwin's offense to strike.
Alford takes the shotgun snap. He's looking for a man open, not finding anybody. Now he has to roll out to his right. He's going to just throw that ball away. Had enough time that time, but nobody open. Nice coverage that time in the secondary by Bishop Ward.
Yeah, that is definitely a coverage play right there, but kudos to the Bulldog offensive line. Couldn't do it any better than that. There was a good pocket there. Alford looked like he had a chance maybe if he would have made the decision a little earlier to sneak right up through the middle of that and maybe gain some positive yards, but can't fault the decision there and to throw that ball away after it all broke down. Give yourself a chance to live to play another down.
See if Baldwin goes back to the ground here, 2nd down and 10. That's where they've been finding the most success, as Bryce mentioned, over 150 yards on the ground. Give it to Frost. He's going to be hit immediately, and Damon Esparza, the senior defensive lineman, the first to make contact. Set up a 3rd down and 9. About 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter.
So you run the ball there because you don't want to have to face a 3rd and 9. So you want to try to pick up some of that to shorten this 3rd down length. Unfortunately, they only get 1, so you're facing that 3rd and long anyway.
Nye and Capel near side. Gunnar Reichard split top. They'll run speed option with Alford. He keeps it, makes a nice cut upfield, lowers the shoulder, gets a couple more out past the 30-yard line. Bryce Alford, a nice run that time on a 3rd down and long, gives the Bulldogs another fresh set of downs.
You betcha. 14 yards to convert that 3rd and 9, and a good, quick, decisive decision. That's one of the things when you run the option, you have to be decisive. If you hesitate to make your decision, it's going to blow up on you. Good, quick, decisive decision. Tuck it. Get that momentum going forward. Move the chains. Good job, young man.
I love the end of that play, too. Lowering the shoulder, getting a couple extra yards. This time, Alford will fake the handoff, throw towards Capel. That time, pretty nice coverage by Bishop Ward. There in the secondary was Micah Neely, the freshman for the Cyclones. Pretty nice coverage.
Yeah, and Ezekiel Hernandez was the one right on the back of that play. That was a similar play to what they tried earlier in this possession, that they had him beat on it and almost had a big play to Capel. This time, that was a lot tighter of a window to try to throw that ball into, but it was still a chance to make a play. Now where do they go back again? 2nd down and 10.
Three wideouts, tight end attached. We'll give it to Cody Buck, makes a nice juke move at the line of scrimmage. Able to find a little bit of running room.
And that quick little hop to the right to avoid Overton. Picks up 4, maybe 5 there for Buck, and that's exactly what you wanted on that 2nd down play. That's what they were trying to do on that last series of downs, and didn't get it. Didn't matter. They still able to convert on the nice run by Alford, but now you have a much more manageable 3rd down here in 5.
Big 3rd down here offensively for the Bulldogs. See where they go. Alford's going to run that speed option once again. Keep it up the middle. It's going to be about a yard or 2 short still, but that's cutting it at least in half, and This is definitely a spot where you're going to go for it on 4th down.
Alford's going to watch that one back, and he's going to wish he pitched that ball to Cody Buck. They had the edge on that option. And, again, I like the decisive decision, but on that one right there, man, Buck was gone out the door if they get that ball pitched out to him.
Sent Capel and Nye up top. Gunnar Riker down low. Alford will give the handoff off to Buck on 4th down. I think he's got enough for the 1st down. He powered his way ahead.
It was going to be close, but then that last-second effort certainly got enough yardage for him. It would have been, even in the initial hit, if they'd have brought him right down at that spot, it was going to be close, but a good job of fighting for just that extra 1 yard to make no doubts about it.
Baldwin down 11 points here, a 2-score game. They would love to get a touchdown here on this drive. They'll run speed option left side. Alford going to keep it once again, gets stacked up right around the line of scrimmage. Not much there on the option.
Baldwin crowd thinking that maybe there was a little bit of excessive contact there after the whistles had blown. Alford taken to the ground, but Baldwin, as you mentioned, Ryan, they need a score out of this. This has been a nice possession. This will be the 12th play coming up of this drive. This has been such a good possession that you can't have this thing spoiled. Remember, this started all the way back on their own 9-yard line.
A couple of Bishop Ward penalties mixed in there has helped them out. Now they got a 2nd and 10 from Cyclones 18. This play's going to be blown dead.
It's against Bishop Ward, so there's 5 more. And they just continue to shoot themselves in the foot with penalties.
Talked about Baldwin needing to take advantage of some of these opportunities. This drive would be a big way of doing that. It's going to make it 2nd down and 5.
Double-digit penalties now, 10 against Bishop Ward. That's a big help. 2nd and 5 as opposed to 2nd and 10. Now you bring that running game back into play and try to make it at worst a short 3rd down.
See if Cody Buck can't get another touchdown on the ground. They'll hand it or fake it to him. Alford actually kept that ball. He's going to fall ahead for a gain of about 3 yards. Set up a 3rd down and short.
Creighton Frost is on the sideline right now. This kind of just screams Frost territory right here. You know, that short yardage, your big back. But he is not in the lineup. Buck, not to say he can't convert the short yardage things. You know, just a moment ago on that 4th and 3, they gave it to him, and he had a hard-nosed run for that 1st down.
Buck 12 carries, 108 yards now. They'll give it to him, fake it to him once again. Alford's going to try to keep it. He's going to inch closer to the 1st down. Got it, maybe another yard, but it is going to set up a 4th down here. I'm with you, Bryce. This is where I'd bring in the big back of Creighton Frost, but
you know, Alford's getting more and more confident. We're starting to see him opt to go ahead and keep that ball, call his own number. Does he do it again here? Does Buck get the call on a 4th and 1?
Big play here for the Bulldogs. Alford is going to hand it off to Cody Buck up the middle, lowers the shoulder into the end zone for a Baldwin touchdown. How about that? Don't need Creighton Frost, just give it right back to Cody Buck. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the night, makes it number 4 on the year.
What a finish to that touchdown run. It looks like Cody's cramping up at the end of this. The way they're stretching that leg, I believe it looks like just a cramp, which let's hope that's the case. But, man, what a finish on that run. You know, we talk a lot about Cody and his ability to make guys miss and kind of that jitterbug runner and the speed in the open field. But he had a couple of runs on this possession, Ryan, that showed off the strength that he has. And, again, he doesn't have the sheer physical size at 5'9", $160, as you might see out of Creighton Frost, 5'10", 225. But when he wants to, he can lower the boom, and he can certainly lay a hit as well as the ball carrier. And he did right there to earn him 6 and pull Baldwin within 5, a chance to make this a 4-point game.
Buck's starting to hobble off the field. It's obviously that right leg that's giving him some troubles. Hopefully, like Bryce said, just a cramp. But with 48 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Baldwin's made it 18-13 with the extra point attempt pending.
Yeah,
I thought they might go for 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate going for 2 here to make this a 3-point game. And I get field goals aren't necessarily a big part of it. But O'Connor, you know, if there could be worse situations, but They're going to go ahead and just try to get the one, and they won't.
Yeah, it was wide right from O'Connor that time, but Baldwin another great drive, driving all the way down the field on a drive that started at their own 9-yard line, getting a touchdown out of it, makes it 18-13. They still trail it here. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Back here live from Liston Stadium. Baldwin responding to the Bishop Ward score, makes it 13-18 now, and we've got ourselves a little bit of a contest here, Bryce. 48 seconds left in the third quarter. This one's getting tight.
Yeah, Baldwin's done what they need to do offensively in this second half. There's no question about that. And defensively they have as well, minus one play. 1 third down and long where they just were not ready for a screen play, and it resulted in a 67-yard touchdown pass for Bishop Ward, or a 63-yard touchdown pass for Bishop Ward on a screen. You take that one play, and I get it. Oh, you take this play, you take that play, but I mean, really, that's what it's been. Other than that one play, they have shut down the Bishop Ward offense on their 2 second-half possessions so far. Can't keep the ball on the tee with the wind tonight.
Blown off the tee a couple times, but stays on there long enough for O'Connor to boot this one deep. Holiday is going to take it from his own 5-yard line. Look for some running room. Breaks a tackle. There's some laundry out on the field, and he's going to have acres of space in a foot race to the end zone, but I believe this one's going to be coming back with a penalty flag on the field. We'll have to check that.
Yeah, I did not see it happened where my eyes were not, so I did not see the penalty, but generally speaking, a flag thrown in the blocking area on a special teams play comes back 99 times out of 100. Of course, now that I say that, this will be the one it won't, but you know, penalties have been so devastating in this game for Bishop Ward, and this is a hold against the Cyclones, so just chalk it up, Ryan. Another one that is going to negate a monster play for the Cyclones.
Yeah, I mean, like, how many penalties is that now? 11 on Bishop Ward. At some point, you can't just keep committing penalties and expect it not to come back and bite you. So Baldwin's starting to take advantage of those more and more here, and definitely will take that one as it negates a kick return for a touchdown from Jay-Sean Holiday.
Now 15 yards of the 91 that Baldwin traversed on their 14-play scoring drive were because of Bishop Ward penalties, and one of those gave Baldwin an automatic first down. The other shortened a 2nd and 10 to a 2nd and 5, and now, of course, you don't need to go into any more detail on the devastation of that penalty. Took a touchdown off the board.
So this will be the third offensive possession of the second half for Bishop Ward, a punt and then a 3-play, 60-yard touchdown drive. That was that long 63-yard screen pass they took to the end zone.
Another flag, and this, I'm guessing, is against Bishop Ward again, a pre-snap penalty, and it is another false start. I mean, my goodness, they are just killing their chances right now, yet they still lead the ball game. So
yeah. I remember back to last year at Bishop Ward, it was kind of a similar game. Baldwin played pretty good on both sides of the ball. They turned it over 3 times, however, and turnover on downs deep in Bishop Ward territory, and Bishop Ward piled up the penalties in that game as well, and were able to still come away with a victory. We'll see what the final 12 minutes and 30 seconds has in store for us. Millerin's going to take the snap, fake it, now try to run it. Gets drugged down by his shoulder pad. I think that was Brett Davidson dragging him down. Davidson been one of the mainstays on the defensive line. Him and Hank Beard and Jake Van Horn, those 3 combining to really play well all year long up the middle and be stout.
Well, 1 quarter to go, Ryan. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is setting up to be an exciting 4th quarter.
18-13, Bishop Ward leads it here. We will head to the 4th quarter on Baldwin Sports Live. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Back here, fourth quarter time in Baldwin. Baldwin trails this thing by 5. Another screen pass being set up to Stephen Mills this time. He's got the quicks coming out near sideline. And it's going to be a foot race. He's going to cut it back across the field. Tristan Capel, right or nigh, trying to get an angle on him. He's at the 20-15. Capel finally going to catch him and drag him down along with Ryder and I. But, man, Stephen Mills, he's got the quicks.
Yeah, this is 64 more there. They had 68 on the screenplay for the touchdown to Mills earlier. And that one play, I mean, different variants of it, but that screen pass just continues to haunt Baldwin.
Yeah, I mean, all you can really do to combat that is just tell your guys not to as aggressively attack the quarterback, you know, and try to get that penetration that Baldwin has been getting in some previous games. You got to know and make an adjustment that they want you to do that, and they're going to just toss it right over the top of your head, the D lineman, and right in front of the linebackers, get that line out in front blocking, and Stephen Mills' legs did the rest.
And it comes situational, right? That's why down and distance it plays a big part in that. On plays where, you know, screen is likely, you got to be aware.
They'll flip it to Jay Sean Holiday, and Hank Beard's going to track him down from behind, hold him to only about a yard gain on the play. Baldwin really needs to get a stop here defensively. Worked so hard to get back into this game. They got another red zone stand in them.
They made a couple of stops this year in this situation. Tonight they've made a stop down here in this situation, so certainly know they can do it. The running game, they've not really been hurt by it down here. It's those slants and the fades. Watch that right side with the trips.
Hernandez split out near side. They'll send Overton out of the backfield and throw it to him quickly. It's going to end up incomplete, but man, I just keep hoping one of those quick passes is going to get jumped by a Baldwin defender, and could see them taking it back the other way. That'd be nice.
Yeah, 3rd down and 9 now. And again, now this area of the field, you know, screen is not as likely just because you don't have the second level is tighter, but as much success as they've had with it, I wouldn't put that out of the picture here of a possibility for what they might call on this 3rd down and 9. But just don't get caught peeking to the backfield. You know, stay on your keys here and play disciplined football. Kind of those playground type plays has been what's hurt them most in this area of the field.
Milleren's going to run a reverse here. They'll flip it to Hernandez, now going right side. He breaks a tackle and waltzes his way into the end zone for a Bishop Ward touchdown.
Well, a little trickeration, and it pays off on the reverse for Bishop Ward. They seem to have the right play up their sleeve when they need it tonight. And a big answer by the Cyclones, coming right back down after that huge 91-yard, 14-play touchdown drive by Baldwin. Still 10:27 to go in this ball game. That is not a backbreaker by any means if you're Baldwin, but it certainly gets your attention, and now you know that you're going to have to execute very well the rest of this way.
10:27 to play in this one. Bishop Ward has extended their lead back to 11. They will try for 2 more here. Have a tight trips bunch. They'll actually motion and pitch it to Overton. He's not going to get there. They'll drag him down just short of the goal line. Makes the score 24-13. Bishop Ward leads it here. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here live in Baldwin. Kickoff was a low line drive kickoff with the wind that made its way all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Baldwin's going to start this possession from their own 20-yard line. They started their last drive from their own 9-yard line. A couple of penalties helped them out along the way from Bishop Ward, but drove down, scored a touchdown. Could use similar here.
No Cody Buck right now. He does not have his helmet on. He's on the sideline getting some fluids after that cramp on that touchdown run earlier.
Alford's going to pitch it this time on the option. Creighton Frost takes the pitch and will drag a handful of Bishop Ward defenders ahead past the 30-yard line, and a fresh set of downs for the Bulldogs. That time it was a nice job by Alford reading that option play and pitching it out to Frost. An injured Cyclone on the field. It looks like that's Stephen Mills down.
Mills has been their big play guy. He's had a couple of 60-plus yard plays on the offensive side, so they're going to take a look at him. Hopefully he'll be all right here for Bishop Ward.
Hey, Bulldog fans, join the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce for a spooktacular evening on Tuesday, October 31st from 5 to 7 p.m. in downtown Baldwin City for the hometown Halloween celebration. Any business that would like to set up a booth for trick-or-treating can register at baldwincitychamber.com. Everyone else, bring your little pumpkins out for an evening of costumes, sweets, and spooktacular activities at Hometown Halloween, Tuesday, October 31st from 5 to 7 p.m. in downtown Baldwin City.
You know, I asked Aiden, our cameraman extraordinaire, what his favorite Halloween costume he had donned through his childhood, and he went with, and I'm blanking on the name of the character. It was somebody from Transformers, one of the Transformers characters. It wasn't Optimus Prime, but Bumblebee, that's right, Bumblebee. Aiden just hollered down at us from up in his perch on the camera today. So I'll ask you, Ryan, do you have a favorite Halloween costume of your youth?
Oof, you know, I can't even remember that far back. You know, Halloween, it really wasn't one of my favorites. You know, I wasn't into the dress up too much, but I think I went as like Buzz Lightyear one year. That was kind of cool, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, you got a little one at home. What do you got, a Halloween costume picked out? Or?
Well, not for myself, no. We have not reached that phase yet where my wife and I also get like the whole family Halloween costume.
Yeah,
like we're all like
not doing
tied in together.
Photos. Yeah.
But he is Mickey Mouse, my little man.
All
he
right.
is going to be Mickey Mouse. He is a huge Mickey fan, so that's what he's going to be this Halloween. But I probably am at least one more year away from having to also join the costume party for Halloween time.
Stephen Mills slowly making his way off. A good hobble going off. You hope he's going to be all right. He's, as Bryce said, been the big play man for them. A couple of really long receptions on some screen passes. So
yeah, very gingerly working his way off of the field. But all right, if you're Baldwin, 10-14 to go. Still have enough time. Don't have to be in a hurry here if you're Baldwin, but you've just got to execute well.
Frost is going to run into 5 or 6 Cyclones trying the right side that time. Not much doing. He's second down and 9 as the clock ticks under 10 minutes to play here.
And as long as you can go down and score, I mean, within some reasonable, you take a 9-minute drive, obviously that's going to be too much. But even if this is a 4-minute drive with a touchdown, you still have time. You got to find a way to come away with points on this drive. The quicker, the better. but ultimately do what you can to go down and score.
Alford's going to look quick right side, finds his man, Ryder and I on a nice slant pattern. Need more of that from the Bulldogs. See if they can up the tempo here.
And that's what I mean by you don't have to just step back and check 40-yard bombs down the field. You're right, just more of that quick slants. You could still mix in that running game. Just be quick. Get quick to the line of scrimmage. Don't waste too long in those huddles. You like to see this ball snap with north of 15 seconds on the play clock every time and just work your way down the field for some points.
This time they'll hand it off to Frost. He's going to try up the middle. Bishop Ward really rallying to the football now, though. I think you're going to have to open up playbook a little bit, let Alford throw it because they're expecting just that right now, the Cyclone defense.
Cody Buck has his helmet back on the sideline now. We've not seen him come back in. He's still working on that right calf, so that would be, the type of element that you'd love to get back at the offense right now, a guy who's one play away from breaking it every time.
O'Connor's attached right side, got 3 wide receivers spread out. Frost to the right of Alford. Alford's going to take the snap. Look right side. He's got his man tight end, Brendan O'Connor, in his hands and drops to the turf. Another pretty nice pass from the freshman that time, looking for Brendan O'Connor, but couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, Javion Braden did a good job there. He was beat. O'Connor had the steps on him. He couldn't do anything about O'Connor getting his hands on the ball, but he just played O'Connor's hands in. And as soon as O'Connor had that ball, he just reached his hand in between them and raked it out of there. So good job by Braden there defensively after being beat off of the snap.
Sets up 3rd down and 8, a big one here for the Bulldogs. Got to get maybe at least half of this or more back to look at going for this. Bryant's going to look right side. He throws it high. Nye tipped it up, and it's intercepted. Jay-Sean Holiday has it. He's looking for some blocks. He's going to cut back across the field. And a block in the back, and this one, flags flying from every angle now.
4 of the 5 officials threw their flag on that one.
Pretty good accuracy, too. They're all right around the spot of the foul. So I'm pretty sure they're going to get called for a block in the back here.
But that's obviously a devastating turnover for Baldwin in this particular case. And the pass a little bit behind Nye. Obviously, he's doing everything he can to try and make the play. You can't fault him for that. But Bishop Ward gets the fortunate bounce. That ball right off of Nye's hand and just dropped right into the lap of Holiday. That's as easy of an interception as you'll ever have as a defensive back on a ball that gets just tipped up like that, just flutters right down into your lap.
It's too bad they can't back him up for each flag that was thrown on the play. This would take him back quite a ways, but they'll back him up 15 anyway, back across the 50. Start this drive from their own 49-yard line. But, yeah, like you said, can't fault Ryder and I for trying to make a play, but would have been better off just letting that thing sail over his head. And hindsight's 20/20. I understand that. After that tip, fell right into the lap of Jay-Sean Holiday, who's split out in the slot near side. Millerin fakes the handoff and gets swallowed up by that Baldwin defense, though. Need a 3-and-out here.
Yeah, you got to be quick, and, honestly, a turnover is probably in need right now if you're Baldwin to try and get a quick change, a short field. If you're Bishop Ward, I don't think they're going to be uber aggressive here, but the screen plays aren't aggressive. Those aren't risky plays, and they've been huge plays for them. So even if you make a stop here, Bishop Ward has had a lot of success in long yardage to go situations today.
Wind whipping around still. It's at the back of the Bishop Ward offense as they split their wideouts out pretty wide here. Millerin's going to look to throw left side for Jay-Sean Holiday. He catches it, pivots out. It's going to be out across the 35-yard line. Finally dragged down there, and a penalty flag comes in late as well.
It looked like they may have had his face mask. Let's see if that's what ends up being called, but I believe Baldwin had a hold of Holiday's face mask, going to add some yardage onto the end of this completion.
Will be a face mask. I missed the indication, and I don't really think it's a personal foul.
Yeah, I think they just called the 5-yard variety.
It is a first down for the Cyclones. They're well into Baldwin territory now at the Bulldogs' 28-yard line and marching. They have an 11-point lead Under 7.5 minutes to play.
So now you really need that turnover. You needed a stop previously, and now you need probably more than just a stop. You need somebody needs to come up with a big play here, jar a ball loose. Somebody sure up a tackle, and the rest of the troops come and try to rake that ball out. As you can see, they're in no hurry to snap the ball. They're just going to let this play clock dwindle all the way down before snapping.
Millerin does take the snap, hands it off up the middle, and they're going to calm down on forward progress.
I think that's a break for Baldwin, or did they?
Oh, man. Now Van Horn is a little slow getting up as well.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably call that an inadvertent whistle almost. It looked like one of the Bishop Ward guys fell down in that kind of that scrum, but it wasn't the ball carrier, and I don't know if that kind of fooled the officials. They blew that play dead because, I mean, honestly, there really wasn't that much forward progress stop. There was a hit, but that was...
He took a hit, and
I think they just kind of got fooled by that the white jersey that ended up falling on the ground, and a break for Baldwin as he was able to bounce out of that.
So Bishop Ward's got it 2nd down and 10 from the Baldwin 28-yard line. They're going to pitch it out to Overton, right side. He's got some running room there, and that's a pretty nice gain, about 7 yards out on the right side. This thing's getting down to 6 minutes and counting. And Bishop Ward's going to be in no hurry whatsoever to take these snaps. They've been running the play clock all the way down. 3rd down and 3 coming up here.
Yeah, that's the worst enemy right now for Baldwin is that clock.
Baldwin 3 turnovers in the first half has really put them behind the 8 ball here. They've been trying to battle back ever since. Here's Keelan Overton once again. Going to be close to first down yardage. I think he's going to have it. Gets it down about the 22-yard line of Baldwin. They are waving the chains forward. O'Connor is down now. Gets helped up.
Both O'Connor and Van Horn both are kind of slow getting up there. Van Horn's been slow to get up a couple of the last times. He's going to come out of the game now, and hopefully both those guys are okay.
It's like Jace Hout's going to be the guy who's going to replace Van Horn for at least a play or two. First and 10 from the Baldwin 17. In the red zone are the Cyclones. Play clock at 10 and counting. Game clock under 5 minutes now. Hand this ball off up the middle. Not much there, maybe about 3 yards on the gain, but Bishop Ward, they're comfortable just taking that, winding this clock down.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 2-3 yards, they don't care at this point. The clock continues to run, and Baldwin at this point is, obviously going to still need at least 2 possessions, and if they surrender a touchdown, that will all but put the nail in the coffin here for Baldwin, making a 3-possession game with just not enough time to overcome it. So this is a must stop if you're Baldwin. And again, you got to sell out right now to try to strip that ball, do anything you can to create a big change play right now.
Once again, the handoff up the middle to Overton. He's going to be wrapped up by a couple of Bulldogs and driven backwards. Maybe lost a yard, so that sets up a 3rd down. Clock under 4 minutes now. Just a reminder, you can find our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Maple Weekly, your local weekly newspaper with the latest community news and events, feature stories, local sports, history, and more. Subscribe for only $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Subscribe now to your local weekly newspaper at baldwinmaple.com. Millerin in the shotgun, takes the snap. He'll look to throw it. Another screen pass being set up, and this time might be intercepted by the Bulldogs. We'll have to see what the ruling is. It looked like Overton actually came down with it, but
Creighton Frost was right there. They finally adjusted to that screen pass. There is a flag on this play, though, so.
A lot going on that play. Like you said, there's a flag down. Thought Frost might have came down with it. He read that screen pass perfectly. Official's going to talk about it.
I'm going to call an illegal man downfield against Bishop Ward.
That's kind of what you can get on the screen passes sometimes, but
yeah, but it's interesting. I mean, that the play ended up only about 1.5 yards downfield, and the blocker wasn't any further down than that. So it was that was tight, but
Baldwin will take it either way.
Yeah, and of course Bishop Ward just adding another penalty to what has been a night of them. But here they are in the driver's seat, despite all of that. 3:15 to go, up 11.
Dominated time of possession in this game, largely due to 3 first-half turnovers from Baldwin. Now this drive taking a long time here. A quick pass out right side off the hands of Denaro Jones. Baldwin had an opportunity at it, but
that ball almost popped up where Quick had a chance at it. It was past him, though. But that was the kind of play that Baldwin needs at this point in time with 3:03 to go. This has been a 5-minute, 17-second drive by Bishop Ward. When they took over after that interception, of course, you were Baldwin and think, well, that's obviously not good, but we still got some time. But the Cyclones have done an excellent job of just milking this clock now.
Baldwin goes to Wellsville next week, and Bishop Ward is at Osawatomie next week. Right now, 3:03 to play in this one. Bishop Ward with an 11-point lead, looking right side through the air. It's going to be another connection brought down close to the first down marker. Might be just a little bit short.
Yeah, where that line judge came running in, it's going to be short unless they move it. And I think where they just marked it, it's going to be short. No official indication yet, but if it's the first down, it's a world of hurt if you're Baldwin. If you get the stop here, you still have a glimmer of hope if you can put together a quick strike, and they're going to come out and measure it.
Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Maley & Sons Construction, a family-owned and operated company specializing in commercial construction along with high-profile residential clients. If you're looking for steady year-round work done locally in the KC metro area with advancement opportunities, then check out Maley & Sons Construction. Email Danielle at maleyandSons.com to learn more. Baldwin Sports Live also brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. Looking for a great job with a growing family-owned company right here in Baldwin City, then check out Rice Precision Manufacturing. Always looking to add a next great member to their team, including positions for skilled CNC machinists and CNC operators. Excellent pay, competitive benefits, a climate-controlled work environment, and a friendly support staff dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Send an email to jobs@rice-precision.com.
All right, well, they get the stop by the slimmest of margins, and now 2:55 to go. No chance to keep running a normal offense now. You got to take all the training wheels off at this point.
Yep.
You're against the wind. It's not going to be easy, but you don't have time to mess around. Got to get after it here.
Alford's going to look to throw right side. He's got Ryder Nye out there on a little hook route. He's going to be dragged down at the 13-yard line. Baldwin's got to get up and be going quick, though. Second down. About 5 coming up. 2:35 to play. It'll take a little while to get this play in. Now Alford will take the snap. Cody back out there. It's a good sign. This one's going to be an incomplete pass to Ryder Nye. So 3rd down and 5 from their own 12-yard line. See where Baldwin goes here. It's been connection to Ryder Nye that he's went the most. 5 catches, 58 yards for Ryder tonight. Catch each for Tristan Capel and Ethan Williams. A run option far side. They'll pitch it to Buck. It's going to be spun around and dragged down after a gain of a couple, but not going to do much in terms of the hopes for Baldwin as this game's getting down to 2 minutes, down by 2 possessions.
And 4th down and 3 coming up. First and foremost, have to convert that, but that clock is just running on rapid speed right now. If you feel like if you're a Baldwin Bulldog.
Alford will keep this one. Running right side, he's going to have enough for a first down. Struck down right around the 20-yard line.
And you got to go. Got to be quick. Get into this formation. Get the play call. Push this ball down the field.
Takes snap, looks left side, pump fakes. Now he's trying to throw it deep, and he's actually going to be swallowed up by the Bishop Ward D-line. Worked their way in that time. It was 56, Cesar Ramos Jr.
Baldwin forced to burn a timeout here. You got your receivers 30 yards down the field and the sack. The clock's running, so you're going to lose a lot of time. Gave him no choice but to spend the timeout there.
Baldwin Sports Live presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invites you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres, located within a quarter-mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. This one's starting to look more and more bleak for the Bulldogs. 1:27 left to go, down by 11. They burn their first timeout. Don't forget the Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game coming up after this.
Now Baldwin, they fought back in this second half. They had a couple of punches left in them, but Bishop Ward, both times that Baldwin came up with a big play, the Cyclones were able to find an answering big play, and both times it happened on screen passes that have really hurt the Bulldogs in this game.
Alford to look right side, throws it high and over the head of Nye, and it's going to be intercepted once again by Jay Sean Holiday down the left sideline. He's cutting it back across the field, going to pick up a couple of blocks and walk his way into the end zone for another Cyclone touchdown. It's going to be an unfortunate ending to a game. Like Bryce mentioned, Baldwin got out in the first half and turned it over 3 times.
31-yard pick six for Holiday, his second, and that's, as you mentioned, Ron, that's just a tough ending for this night for the Bulldogs. But, Bishop Ward, they had a lot of penalty troubles, but outside of that, they showed up to play tonight. They have played well outside of those penalties. It's rare that you have a team win a multi-score game with double-digit penalties, but when the turnover differential is a -5 for one team, that's why.
Extra points up and good from Hernandez makes it 30-13 the score. 31-13, excuse me. We'll take a break here, come back with the end of this one. You're watching Bulldog Football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Baldwin fields the kickoff off the bounce. Ryder Nye took it out past the 20-yard line. Gets drugged down there. 1:08 remaining in this game. Baldwin tried to battle back here in the second half. They came out, started the second half with a great 14, or actually it was the 2-play 57-yard drive, 54-yard touchdown run from Cody Buck. Then they had a 14-play 76-yard drive, started from their own 9-yard line for a touchdown. A couple of interceptions after that, and has kind of stalled the hopes out for the Bulldogs.
And the first interception obviously was, at that point in time, you're still in that game, still had an opportunity. The second one, the one that was just returned 31 yards by Holiday for the touchdown, and comes in this juncture of the game where Baldwin is, got to be one-dimensional. They've got to be forcing the ball down the field. And as a defense, you're just licking your chops in this situation. And defensive line, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to throw. Defensive backs, you know that you're just, looking for an opportunity to make a big play.
Buck one more time up the middle. This clock ticks down under 30 seconds now. Buck's had himself a nice game on the ground. 16 carries, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. Creighton Frost, 9 carries, 66 yards as well. We'll give you all the final numbers in this one coming up on the postgame show. Pass completed that time to Ryder Nye for a first down. Clock stops momentarily, but we'll start back up, wind it down, and that will do it in this one. Final score is going to be 31-13. Bishop Ward takes this one on the road. We'll take a break here on Baldwin Sports Live, come back and bring you some of the final numbers in this one, as well as tell you about our upcoming broadcasts on the channel, and wrap this thing up from Liston Stadium. Visiting Cyclones win it 31-13 over the Bulldogs. We'll be right back.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner-broker Steve Pittman, Associate Broker Kim Bergen, Realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and Realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
Welcome back here in Baldwin. Bishop Ward wins this one on the road, 31-13. Time now for our Farm Bureau Financial Services player of the game, and we're going to give it to Cody Buck this week. Buck had a really nice game on the ground, ended up having 16 carries, 127 yards, and 2 touchdowns. As long was that 54-yard touchdown run. So congrats to Cody Buck, tonight's Farm Bureau Financial Services player of the game.
Yeah, first multi-touchdown game on the ground. Of course, he had a multi-touchdown game earlier with a kick return and rushing touchdown, but the first time in his career that he's had 2 rushing touchdowns in a game. He's just 14 yards off of a career high in yards rushing in this game. 1 rush shy of his career high in terms of carries in a game. So they definitely leaned on Buck tonight with their starting quarterback out, and Buck delivered with the 2 scores and the Buck 27 on the ground. Unfortunately, it comes in a losing effort here tonight for the Bulldogs, but congrats to Cody. Congrats to the guys up front that helped pave the way for that rushing performance tonight as well for Buck, tonight's player of the game.
Player of the game brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, insurance and investments, wealth management, and financial planning. Farm Bureau Financial Services is there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. Call today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. Take another break here on the postgame show. Come back and bring you all the final numbers from this one. It was Bishop Ward winning it on the road over Baldwin 31-13. We'll be right back on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back. 31-13, Bishop Ward winning this game on the road. Time now to take a look at the final numbers for each team. We'll start with the visitors. Bishop Ward Cyclones, 379 total yards, 68 yards rushing, 311 of those yards through the air. They were 4 of 11 on third downs, 2 of 5 on fourth down, averaged just under 7 yards per play, had 13 plays over 10 yards, 4 plays over 20 yards. They had 14 penalties, actually, 95 yards, able to overcome 14 penalties. You don't see that too often, but Bishop Ward able to do it. Take a look at the Baldwin numbers. 307 total yards, 218 of those on the ground, 89 yards through the air. Baldwin was just 1 of 8 on third down conversions for 13%, 2 of 4 on fourth downs, averaged about 5.4 yards per play, had 13 plays over 10 yards and 3 plays over 20 yards, but the big number for Baldwin, 5 turnovers, 3 first-half fumbles, and then 2 interceptions in the second half. Gave Bishop Ward some extra possessions and allowed them to get out in front in this one. They played from out in front throughout. Look at some of the final individual numbers, starting with the Bishop Ward Cyclones. Aiden Millerin, their junior quarterback, 19 of 30 through the air, 311 yards, 3 touchdowns. So a good game for him through the air. Also 10 carries for 14 yards. On the ground, their leading rusher was Keelan Overton, 8 carries, 28 yards. Javion Braden had 3 carries for 7. Stephen Mills had a couple carries, but through the air, receiving is where Stephen Mills really hurt the Bulldogs. 2 catches, 127 yards, and a touchdown. A couple of long screen passes that he caught and took for long distances. Javion Braden had 1 catch for 12 yards, and Keelan Overton, 2 catches, 10 yards. Jay-Sean Holiday, 6 receptions, 74 yards, and a touchdown grab. Denaro Jones chipped in with 3 catches, 24 yards, and 3 catches for 40 yards for Ezekiel Hernandez. So Millerin able to really spread the ball around through the air tonight. As for the Baldwin Bulldogs individually, their numbers look like this. 8 of 19 through the air for Bryce Alford, 89 yards. That 2 late interceptions there, both off of some tips late in the game there. Bryce also had 13 carries, 25 yards. It was Cody Buck, the Farm Bureau Financial Services player of the game. He had 16 carries for 127 yards. A couple of scores on the ground for him. Creighton Frost, 9 carries, 66 yards. As for the receiving end of things, Ryder Nye, the leading receiver for Baldwin tonight, 6 catches for 67 yards. Ethan Williams had 1 catch, and Tristan Capel a catch for 21 yards. It all adds up to a 31-13 scoreline. Bishop Ward takes this one on the road at Baldwin. Baldwin Sports Live has been presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, a one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres, located within a quarter mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Call 785-821-2666 2666. Schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. Quickly pop up our upcoming broadcasts one more time on the, if I can find the graphic, here we go. Our next broadcast Tuesday, October 17th, got some soccer. Spring Hill coming to town to face the Bulldogs, 3:40 pregame, 4 o'clock kick. And the next Friday night, last regular season football game of the year, 6:40 the pregame, 7 o'clock kick as the Bulldogs head to Wellsville. Don't forget you can go to varsitysportslive.com, catch all the info you need and the schedules on all of our stations around the Varsity Sports Live network. As for Aiden Espino and Bryce Kessler, I'm Ryan Hilmer signing off tonight from Liston Stadium. Bulldogs lose this one 31-13 to Bishop Ward. We'll see you Tuesday for some Bulldog soccer. You've been watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
You've been watching Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live is also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, PERS Incorporated, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hometown Construction, Free State Realty, Absolute Painting, Gherkin Rental, Watco, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Maley & Sons Construction, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, the Maple Weekly, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce.